are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools, from Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
Weights have been lifted. Sprints have been run. Preparation for today's game is history. It's time to get it done. You're listening on MichiganSportsRadio.com.
The basketball postseason is just around the corner, and a very familiar name swims to the top at the Upper Peninsula Finals. I'm John Ross, and this is This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid. The boys' basketball brackets were released on Sunday, as the MHSAA boys' basketball tournament is set to start on Monday, February 26th. In each district, the top 2 teams, according to NPR, were placed on opposite sides of the draw, and the remaining teams were placed according to a random draw. Next Sunday, the 25th, the girls' bracket will be released. It's done the same way, with the top 2 teams in each district going on opposite sides of the bracket. And the girls' tournament begins March 4th. A great majority of tournament games will be available on the NFHS network. Just go to nfhsnetwork.com to search for your team's games. The finals for both the girls and boys will air live on Bally Sports Detroit. The boys' finals are Saturday, March 16th, with the girls 1 week later on March 23rd. Remember, the boys' tournament is first this year. Semifinals and finals will be played at the Breslin Center in East Lansing. The defending champs on the boys' side are Detroit Cass Tech in D1, Ferndale in Division 2, Flint Beecher in Division 3, and Munising in D4. On the girls' side, it was Rockford in Division 1, Lansing Catholic in D2, Hemlock in Division 3, and Maple City Glen Lake in Division 4. For scores, updated brackets, and game times, please be sure to check out MHSAA.com. It's time for Game Balls, when we highlight a trio of standout performances from the past week. First, Madawan's Noah Van Lanningham. He scored a school record 40 in a game against Holt, making 9 triples in the process. The 40 points put him over 1,000 career points and made him Madawan's all-time leading scorer. Mason County Eastern's Clay Shoup. Clay poured in 55 points in a win over Manistee Catholic, breaking the school's single-game record. And to both the boys and girls bowling teams at Bay City John Glenn, each captured their 4th straight Bay County championship.
For high school seniors, the matchup of the year isn't on the field. It's actually online. That's right. When you fill out the FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid, you could also be eligible for thousands of dollars in additional money from the Michigan Achievement Scholarship. Yep, nearly 80% of students who fill out the FAFSA may be eligible. Now that's a matchup we can all root for. Get started today at michigan.gov/achievement. The Michigan Achievement Scholarship. It's a game changer.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look at the fine art of officiating with the MHSAA's Director of Officiating Services, Sam Davis.
We're on the basketball court today, where a player fires up a shot that fails to make it to the basket. An air ball. But if he's able to catch the ball before anyone else touches it, is this a traveling violation? If not, what is the player able to do now? It is not traveling as long as the referee judges the first release of the ball as a shot attempt. After catching the shot, it's treated the same as grabbing an offensive rebound that hit the rim. The player can now restart his dribble, pass the ball, or shoot again. A shot attempt is a shot attempt, regardless of it hitting the rim or backboard.
Thanks, Sam. Now more than ever, we need officials. If you're interested, go to the MHSAA website now to register. With most winter sports just starting the postseason, there is one that's already in the record books. The UP Swimming and Diving held its finals at Marquette over the weekend, and the host school won titles on both the boys and girls side. The girls brought home their 5th title in 6 years and 28th overall. They finished first in 4 individual and 2 relay events. Grace Sobchak was a part of 4 of those wins. She was fastest in the 200-yard individual medley, the 500 freestyle, and was on the 200 medley and 400 freestyle relay teams. Gladstone was second, Ishpeming Westwood third. For the boys, similar story. Marquette finished first in 3 individual events and all 3 relays. It's their 5th straight title and 31st overall. Junior Trevor Crandall won the 50-yard freestyle and was on the winning 200 medley and 400 freestyle relay teams. Houghton finished second, Gladstone was third. For complete coverage from the pool in Marquette, be sure to go to MHSAA.com. You've been listening to This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid, a production of the MHSAA Network. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Ross. We'll be back next week.
Nevs, back right nearest 4. Cam right nearest with 2. Turns to win. Yes! Cam right nearest! Grandville wins! DeBoer regathers, takes it to the front of the net, and skies one behind Louiselle, and scores! 2-1 Granville. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Breslin Center and game night on Michigan Sports Radio. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer with you here. With their intensity, what a move by Wade to the corner, DeYoung, another one! Lobos gets it right corner to Watson. Catch and shoot 3. Splash! Muskegon has taken the lead. 47-46. Justin Watson, another triple. He has 9. 138 in the third, and a big red lead. By Baker, they'll fling it to Steffen. Aldering to the basket. Merritt Aldering cocks it back, jams it. Timeout, Covenant Christian. And hello everyone, and welcome to game night, and welcome to MGN on Michigan Sports Radio at Grand Haven High School and the Fieldhouse here this evening. Final broadcast of the regular season for MGN. We are off on Friday because of something pre-scheduled, so we'll have more details on where you can check out the Grandville and Hudsonville game for that. But final regular season game of our 2024 basketball schedule here on MGN. It's a doubleheader in the OK Red, getting closer to the end of the year as the Buccaneers and the Bulldogs get ready to tip things off here from the Fieldhouse on the Lake Shore here this evening. A packed week in the OK Red as the conference championship is closing. Really all the conference championships, of course, across the area closing down to their final conclusions. We've got playoffs and we have March on MGN. Coming up next week, we will have boys coverage all the way through the Division I, it's District 7 at Byron Center. It might be the single most loaded district that you're going to find in West Michigan beyond in D1. You've got Byron Center, they're the host. They're playing incredibly well. East Kentwood has been one of the best teams in the area lately. Hudsonville is, of course, incredibly talented. The Grandville boys, we know how good they are. Plus, you throw in Jenison and a tough-out Wyoming team. Grandville opens with Jenison on Monday night at Jenison. We'll have coverage of that game. We'll have coverage of both games Wednesday night, and then we'll have the coverage of the championship game in District 7 next week. But that's all ahead on March and MGN. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer will join me a little bit later on for the boys contest that closes our coverage here tonight. 5:30 tip-off for the girls this evening as it's the 16-4 Buccaneers under Coach Kowalczyk-Fulmer and Coach Van Hecken's 4-14 Bulldogs. It was a big win last time for Grand Haven, a game that was kind of close through the first half. all things considered, the last time these two faced off, then it was that incredible defense, one of the best defensive teams. I mean, Grand Haven has had incredible defenses under Coach Kowalczyk-Fulmer for her entire career here, but this year's team is really immensely stout. They gave up less than 34 points per game on the year, and a Grandville team that's been struggling now. Have lost 5 in a row. A couple weeks ago had a really good week where they won a couple of games in that stretch, picked up a couple of OK Red wins, a couple of competitive OK Red losses, and now have fallen in their last 5. Last time out, a loss to Caledonia for the Bulldog ladies, and they've scored less than 30 points per game in their last 3. So looking for an unlikely, but you never know, type bounce back here for a first-year head coach and Coach Van Heck and a team looking to turn things around down the stretch run of the season. We do have MGN Radio Plus coverage tonight as you're watching the Game Center. If you have not tuned into an MGN broadcast when we're doing our radio coverage, obviously you've got to look inside the broadcast. I'm myself and CT later on tonight, live scoring of some of the top scores for each of the teams, and the score itself also on screen can keep track of fouls and timeouts and everything as well on the score bug at the top of your screen. Team information and MGN information scrolling across the bottom as well. So that is all that goes in MGN Radio Plus coverage, and we are going to quick step aside. Be right back here on our Centennial Securities pregame show. About 15 minutes until we get ready to tip things off. It is also senior night here at Grand Haven, so we'll have those festivities going on as well for both the Grand Haven boys and girls this evening. So with that, we'll step aside one more time. Be right back here on Game Night.
Was founded based on the belief that the interests of our clients must always come first.
We listen and understand your objectives before making a recommendation.
We customize the portfolio of investments to fit your goals.
It is our commitment to provide a strong line of communication.
Our services include family wealth management, saving for retirement, and estate planning and trust services.
Getting started is as easy as picking up the phone. After all, when everything is said and done, isn't it about time?
It's the final game, folks. This one wins the series.
Struck out with the cheap seats? Important things aren't worth compromising. At Farmers, we offer both quality insurance and great savings. Here, take mine.
We are Farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Bullhouse rips it out. Here we go. Miles Steffen to run the first attack here. And a couple of points on that possession. Doesn't get it. Physical game early. Slow down. The game gets slopped up. And it winds up being an all-time classic. I expect nothing short of that tonight again.
Yeah, I think so.
Neves, corner, got one. And a timeout from Coach Vanderslice Gymnasium. Centennial Securities pregame show. Let's take a look. Best thing to say about it. Really fun contest. Bulldogs will get it out of the break right here with 53 seconds to go. Hey everyone, Nate from Michigan Game Night. If you haven't already, make sure to check out the no one by DeYoung of the Bulldogs. DeYoung for Reagan Neris, free throw line. Turns the back, left wing, Wade, triple try, splash! What a couple of moments and possessions for the Bulldog freshman. Timeout from Coach Riddell. Unbelievable. Here's for Reynolds, second free throw. The right hand overhead motion is good for Caden Neves. Really terrific game for him. He's now got 10 of Grandville's 26 and a 6-point lead for the Bulldogs. Wing Sorokin bounding into the lane, left corner DeYoung, all alone, triple, splash, right down the hatch, absolutely pure for Jackson DeYoung, Grandville by 9. It is good for Caden Neves, really terrific game for him. He's now got 10 of Grandville's 26 and a 6-point lead for the Bulldogs. We'll go to highlights. We start in the first half with the Nebs dunk and then a couple more that we'll follow that up with. All alone, drives the basket, jams it, and one! He's fouled through the dunk. Caden Nebs finishing strong with the right hand, has a chance for one more.
You can feel confident.
We are Centennial Securities,
an independent firm with a team of committed professionals
who strive to exceed our clients' expectations by giving outstanding service.
We're proud to be part of our community where we live and work.
You can feel confident choosing Farmers, which means a black cat doesn't always spell bad news.
What about a gang of them?
Actually, a group of cats is called a clouder. Isn't that right, tough guy?
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
All right, welcome back, everyone, to MGN on Michigan Sports Radio. 4-14, Grandville 16-4, Grand Haven here tonight. Nate Jarrell will be joined by Chandler Timmer a little bit later on. Doubleheader of Radio+ coverage this evening. Let's take a look at some of the key stats getting into this one on the girls side for Coach Kowalczyk-Fulmer and Grand Haven. As I mentioned, terrific defensive team. I think really above all else, they give up less than 34 points per game on the season, currently sitting at giving up 33.5 per game, and they score a little over 52.6 points per game on the year, so a good spread obviously there, and a team that's coming off a 76-29 win over Jenison last time out, so they have been playing well down the stretch. They picked up some wins against some of the tougher factions of competition as well, a couple of losses to Rockford, and all of their conference losses for Grand Haven have come within conference play. They're 8-4 on the season for Grandville, 4-14 on the year, now 2-10 within the OK Red. They have dropped 5 in a row for Coach Van Hecken's team that score 38.3 points per game on the season. They give up 49.3. A team that definitely wants to be defense first, and they have struggled a little bit offensively, getting things put into place in that regard. Really one of the highlights of the last couple of weeks, despite this losing stretch, though, for Grandville, was a really competitive game they played, leading a lot of the way really through 3 quarters against West Ottawa in that one on the whole. So solid performance for them in that game on the evening for sure. Something to keep your eye on as they try to pull the upset here tonight once again at Grand Haven. A lot more that we'll get to, a couple more matchups and so forth coming ahead. It'll be right back here on the Centennial Securities pregame show.
We are Centennial Securities,
an independent firm with a team of committed professionals
who strive to exceed our clients' expectations by giving outstanding service.
We're proud to be part of our community where we live and work.
You can feel confident choosing Farmers, which means a black cat doesn't always spell bad news.
What about a gang of them?
Actually, a group of cats is called a clouder. Isn't that right, tough guy?
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
MGN is the driver. I am Chandler T.
Oh, wow.
We're going to leave this in.
All right.
This is staying in the show. He is Chandler Timmer. I am Nate Dreyer. This is what happens when you work together for 6 years. The names are one.
We're just one, yeah.
Chandler Timmer, Nate Dreyer. Chandler Timmer, Nate Dreyer. Michigan game night, tailgate report. We clearly have to stop talking. I do at least. I will see you all. I see you too. Friday night, Grandville, Wyoming. I think 6:30. We're on the air for that. Goodbye.
You like cartoons? This has our logo on the front, on the back. The Bulldogs, the biggest games, the best teams. That's our tagline because we do all of that, even though it makes some people mad.
So I'm glad to see that after Tuckus came and went, that. Why are you laughing?
I don't know.
That things are that things are still on track there. God. Jennison. Things that stand out. Davison is going to kick everyone's. Bleep that. All right, welcome back, everyone, to the Scott Bates Farmers Insurance Agency pregame show. And he has returned. He's still on the beach. We've been bugging him about it all week long, but Chandler Timmer joins me here on the Bates Agency pregame show. CT, you seem to be doing better than the rest of us.
Yeah, I know, it's pretty nice down here. I kind of like covering basketball this way.
I'm sure you do.
Continue looking to this moving forward.
I can't blame you one bit. All right.
Let's talk a little bit more about Forest Hill Central because when you... Waylon Haney just hit a half-court buzzer beater to win the game. At the buzzer, the JV game. Grandville wins 55-52.
Yeah, rather than just always relying on one player.
Yeah, Scott Bates Agency pregame show continues here on game night on Michigan Sports Radio. CT, I think the next thing that you have to mention most notably in this contest is break me every time still. Every single time that happens, it gets me. The winners still go to the Heartland student section last year at the Breslin Center. Those guys win every time. Season. And we'll wrap up our broadcast with the Heinz Orthodontics smile of the game. Grown at that point guard position. Tough backcourt in general. Getting to some of those other pieces that we have out there. After 3 years, it finally almost came down on me. Good catch. I don't know what kid caught that, but that was a good catch. But regardless, a tough back.
Do you have any comments on the Trolls?
No. I mean, I'm with you.
You're friends with the Trolls? You are a troll?
Well, I have troll tendencies potentially when it comes to egging you on, I guess. But
your flight's at 5, or your?
Yeah, the flight out of Panama City is like at 5, and we don't get home till like midnight. So
that sucks. So you're actually, that was a lie. You're not going to be tuning in.
Yeah, no. If I'm at the airport at that time, I will be. But I'm likely missing most of it.
Okay.
We are Centennial Securities,
an independent firm with a team of committed professionals
who strive to exceed our clients' expectations by giving outstanding service.
We're proud to be part of our community where we live and work.
Upgrade to Music Jams Premium to get uninterrupted listening on all your favorite tunes. Click here to start your 7-day free trial.
If it's important, it's not worth compromising. Which is why with Farmers, you don't have to compromise quality to get great savings on your insurance. I got this.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
What would you do with some extra time? Shop Fastlane today.
Somebody once said life moves pretty fast, and that's exactly how we like it. Want to build something? Great. Start businesses, build bridges, raise a whole city. Future in fighting crime? Want to save lives? Do it all here. But you've got to go forward fast. Because today is now, and tomorrow is soon. And to get ahead of the game, you got to get ahead of your time. This is your future, so take it and move all of us forward.
Are you looking for a new career? Aetna Supply is hiring. Aetna Supply is Michigan's #1 plumber wholesaler, servicing local customers for over 50 years. They offer great benefits, a 401k with company match, quarterly bonuses, and no Sundays. Once again, check them out at aetnasupply.com/careers or click on their logo on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage. Have you recently collided with a deer or been caught in an unfortunate accident? Don't worry, Car Center Collision and Glass is your trusted partner to bring your vehicle back to life. With convenient branches in Cedar Springs, Burton Heights, Alpine, and Big Rapids, we're right around the corner to provide expert assistance. From collision repairs to mechanical fixes, we're your one-stop solution for all your car needs. Check us out at carcentermi.com.
All right, welcome back to Grand Haven. Nate Dry with you here. Centennial Security's pregame show wrapping up as warm-up starting to wrap up as well. Girls contest opening up our coverage this evening from the Fieldhouse at Grand Haven. Doubleheader as the Buccaneers host the Bulldogs of Grandville here this evening on MGN. It'll be a good evening. They split last time, these two squads. The 16-4 Buccaneers team, now 16-4, taking down the Grandville girls, and the Grandville boys on their home floor back in January, picking up the win over the Buccaneers in that one. So that certainly is what we have a chance to look forward to this evening. As both teams look for a little bit of revenge or look to rewrite or write that same script from the first time around. Coach Kowalczyk Falmer, Coach Van Heck each have their teams back and set here for the beginning of this contest.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Grandville High School.
And we are just about ready to go. We'll send it on down now to the PA and get the pregame festivities underway.
And your hosts, the Grandville Buccaneers. Before we begin tonight's game, I'd like to draw your attention to our officials. We are grateful to have a fantastic crew with us. So please help me welcome Fred Hall, Kurt Heisinger, and Joe Stein to Grand Haven. And we remind you that the opportunity to play tonight's game is only made possible by their commitment to high school sports and to our student athletes. We appreciate their efforts, and they deserve our respect. And now before the opening tip, let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Grandville Bulldogs. At a guard, a senior wearing number 1, Allison Dellett. Also at a guard, a senior number 3, Gracie Rakowski. At a guard, a junior, she wears number 11, Emma Perez. At one forward, a senior number 24, Tessa Gregoire. And the other forward is a junior number 44, Mia DeVries. And the Bulldogs are coached by Mike Van Hecken. And now, here is the starting lineup for your Grand Haven Buccaneers. At one guard, a senior number 4, Abby Crawford. Also at a guard, a junior number 12, Jillian Sorda. At center, a freshman number 34, Mallory Wojcik. And one forward, a senior number 22, Eden Smith. And the other forward, a senior number 32, Maddie Shaw. And the Buccaneers are coached by Katie Kowalczyk-Falmer, assisted by Amanda Burns.
All right, we're getting right into things here on game night tonight from Grand Haven. Ready to go. The Bulldog girls wearing their traveling maroon uniforms, numbers in white, trimmed in gray. It's the home white uniform to the Bucks. Bucks written across the chest in navy blue, numbers in navy blue, trimmed in gold. Grandville goes left to right across the radio dial. The Buccaneers will be going right to left across your screen. It'll get picked back and tipped back onto the Buccaneers. The initial control goes to Abby Klumpo, and their senior guard will swing it right wing on to Maddie Schopp. A senior night setup here for the Buccaneers. Swung in the wing, down low to Wojciech. It's the freshman breaking free with a right-hand layup, and Wojciech gets the first points of the ball game on the board for the Buccaneers, who immediately bring a little bit of full court pressure here against the Bulldogs on the trap. Rakowski throwing up the right side of the floor over to the timeline to Gregor. Gregor curls off right corner with the ball. Throws right wing on to Perez, who will curl it out to the Buccaneer logo at center court and reset things here offensively against a 1-3-1 half-court zone being shown out here by the Buccaneers. In the right corner, Allison Dowett off the drive, got into the double, feeds right back on to Gregor. Right corner triple, gets tipped on its way. Rebound taken in by the freshman Wojciech, and Klump will reset the offense. Swung right wing here on the Schopp. She'll feed free throw line onto a driving Wojciech, and Wojciech rattles to the basket, picks up a foul from DeVries on her way there, and that will send Schopp, the freshman, or Wojciech, I should say, the freshman, to the line. Wojciech, 6'3", towering post, and already just gaining dominance throughout her freshman season for the Buccaneers. First free throw is down and pure for Wojciech as well, and is able to do it on both ends of the floor. She can step out, shoot the ball as well with that size on the perimeter. So a team that's led by seniors and led by experience. Second free throw rattles out for Wojciech, has certainly also been led by the freshman play there. Rakowski left to right over the timeline will start up the Bulldog offense. Wearing the traveling maroons up top for Gregor. Up fake. Peering and looking here off the pivot foot. Drops it off for a curling Dowett into the left wing. Dowett gets picked up defensively there by Klumpo. Feeds up top for Rakowski. At the free throw line, down the right side of the lane, a leaning shot. Off the right side of the window, no good. Wojciech the board, right side, running right to left over the timeline. Klumpo throws it all the way down to Sorrell. Right-hand layup, high off the window is good, and it's 5-0 Buccaneers as Sorrell is able to get the finish off the full court feed down the floor. 2-2-1 trap is on. Up the right side of the floor, Rakowski able to bang bodies over the timeline against Klumpel and pick up a foul against Klumpel. That'll be the first on the Buccaneers of the ball game. One now on either team here in the first quarter. 6.5 minutes to go. Right side inbound coming up for the Bulldogs. It will be DeVries, the Bulldog junior center, to trigger from in front of Coach Kowalczyk Falmer and the Buccaneer bench. In front of the timeline to Gracie Rakowski to set up the offense here against the trapping zone. Standing at the volleyball line, skip pass, left wing DeVries, swung left corner on to Perez. Drives, jump stop, free throw line. Handoff, top of the key. Gregor weaves through two defenders, feeds it high on to DeVries. Jump stop, two-hand feed, blocked, but a foul will send Mia DeVries to the line. Second foul of the ball game on the Buccaneers, as that call goes on Eden Smith for her first of the ball game. And DeVries, the 6-foot junior, will go to work at the stripe for the Bulldogs. Wears 44 in the maroon uniforms, offsets the right foot in front of the left, and DeVries is able to splash down the first free throw for the first Bulldog point of the ball game. One more here for the Dog junior. DeVries at the line, right foot offsets in front of the left, bends the knees in front of the face free throw motion, and that spins and rattles home, gets the 360 fall, and the Bulldogs are within a score once again. They bring some full court pressure of their own. 1-2-2 variety over the timeline. Good feed to the near side onto a sprinting Klumpel. Breaks the pressure. Left corner to Smith. Back to Klumpel in the wing. The senior, who missed all of last season with an injury, has been a big part of running the offense for them this year. Pass to the right block. Wojciech snags it. Feeds it to an empty left corner. Out of bounds off the miscommunication. And the Bulldogs take over. 2 minutes exactly gone. 6 to go. Gregor up the near side of the floor, left to right, gets over the timeline, and will get called for a carrying violation. She gets met up defensively over the timeline by Eden Smith, so that'll give up possession. And the Buccaneers right to left in the home white jerseys will take it up. Klumpel feeding right wing onto Sorrell. Pocket is nearly picked there with a great passing lane read by Dowett. It then ricochets on to Perez, who picks up the steal for the Bulldogs, and Perez will start up the offense. Hounded over the timeline here by Sorrell. Drops it for Rakowski. 5:40 and less to go first quarter. 5-2, the early lead here for the Buccaneers in this one. Right corner, Gregor off the drive through two defenders, loses the handle, rattled down and settled down by Klumpel. Throws all the way down the floor to Sorrell. Sorrell all the way to the basket, reverse layup, good. Second time they're able to hit the long shot pass down the floor to Jillian Sorrell off the connection from Klumpel for the basket. DeVries throws to the timeline, bats between a couple of white jerseys, gets stolen away by Klumpel. Off the drive, left corner, catch and shoot three. Sorrell, splash. What a start for Jillian Sorrell. She'll knock down a triple. She's got 7 in the ball game, and then Sorrell knocks away the inbound feed, nearly steals it away, as Perez is able to rip it back away from a diving Sorrell and take it over the timeline. Rakowski sets up the Bulldog offense. 3 minutes gone, 4:55 and less to go in the first quarter. A 10-2 start here for the Buccaneers. Dowett around a DeVries screen, top of the key, reaching past right wing Gregor. feeds it over into the corner for Perez. Drives left, comes back to the right side in the corner. Double team there. Perez keeps the dribble. Swung extra pass. Left wing Rakoski. And Rakoski gets whistled for a travel as she shuffles the feet on the first move. Coach Van Hecken makes his first subs of the game as Dingrang along with Brea Haight will check in for the Bulldogs. 4:38 to go first quarter. 10-2 Buccaneers. Good start for Coach Kowalczyk Falmer's team. They've got it back right to left over the timeline. Abby Klumpel at the controls. Left wing Sorrell, who has 7 of her team's 10 in the early going. Klumpel skip pass back Sorrell left wing. Met up by the Bulldogs zone defense out of 3-2 look. Court wide pass shop up top for Klumpel. Dribbles once with the right, feeds it back left wing onto Sorrell. Dump pass, Wojciech, the freshman at the free throw line. Nice feed onto a cutting Klumpel, and Klumpel is able to score over top of a couple in the Bulldogs defense. Nice feed from Wojciech, the freshman, and then Eden Smith comes away with a steal. She'll rattle to the basket. Left-hand layup, no good. Put back, blocked away as the second chance came from Klumpel. Another chance, this time from the right block, and Jillian Sorrell is good. And a timeout called by Coach Van Hecken, and the Bulldogs will take one right alongside the Dogs.
It's a beautiful time of year, but for many, it is also the beginning of allergy season, which means lots of sneezing, itchy, watery eyes, runny nose, constant drainage, or ear pressure. These are all allergy symptoms we regularly treat. Don't let your allergy stop you from enjoying what you love to do outdoors. We have several ear, nose, throat, and allergy specialists ready to see you. Find us online at MichiganENTallergy.com. We look forward to helping you enjoy the outdoors again.
And welcome back, everyone, to Game Night on Michigan Sports Radio. Thanks, as always, to Farmers Insurance, Centennial Securities, presenting sponsors here of MGN on Michigan Sports Radio. Halfway through the first quarter, all Grand Haven so far. The Bulldogs have yet to hit a field goal in this one so far as well. 2 at the line for Mia DeVries, their lone score. And the Buccaneers will bring out a half-court 2-3 trap as Emma Perez starts a left-hand dribble. Jump pass, left corner, Gregor. Quick triple 3. Off the front rim, no. Leaping rebound snagged in by Abby Spunis, who is one of several substitutions out there for Coach Kowalczyk Falmer. Running the floor, Jillian Sorrell works the pivot, left block, fading right-hand shot, blocked, but a foul will send Sorrell back to the stripe. What a start she has had to begin this ball game, as Sorrell already has got 9 in this game and is looking for more with a 14-2 lead. Sorrell, multi-year starting junior here for the Bucks. Bends the knees, right-hand free throw, splash. That was pure right down the hatch for Sorrell, who is already into double digits in the early goings in this one. Second one, Sorrell, also pure right down the hatch. 16-2 now, the Grand Haven advantage. Sorrell with 11. They're bringing the full court pressure with 3.5 to go first quarter. Sorrell picking the pocket of Perez. Reverse layup is strong. Rebound spiked out of bounds by Rakoski and the Bulldogs. It will stay with Grand Haven. Baseline left inbound. 3.5 to go in the first. 16-12. The Buccaneer lead. Klumpel feeds into the paint, turning right-hand hook shot off the mark for Wojciech, and the rebound is ripped down by Garang. Rakoski up the near side of the floor, left to right, will start the Bulldog offense. Right wing, crossover dribble, Rakoski backs it out, thinks about the step-back 3, throws it top of the key on to Gregor. Right wing, Haight, sidesteps the defender, launches a 3, missed it all short. Rebound paddled in bounds by Perez, and it's taken by a running Jillian Sorrell up the right side of the floor. Lobs it right block for Klumpel, spins against a pair of Bulldog defenders. Right-hand flip shot, short rebound, Garang. She's fouled on the end line by Klumpel. That'll be the third of the quarter on the Buccaneers, and the second on Abby Klumpel. A couple of substitutions coming in for Coach Van Hecken as Perez and Gregor each take a seat, and we will see the Bulldogs check O'Leary and Concannon on for the first time as well. Again, 2-3 half-court trap being set up here by the Buccaneers. It kind of operates as a little bit of a 2-1-2 look as well as it closes on Rakoski over the timeline. Left side on to O'Leary. Pass poked away and stolen away by Shop. Thrown in behind the defense to a driving Gillis. Gillis shot off the mark. Rebound and put back from Sorrell is good. 2 more for Sorrell. She has 13. The Buccaneers have an 18-2 lead. And with 2:41 in the first, Coach Van Hecken calls his second timeout. We will take one.
Somebody once said life moves pretty fast. And that's exactly how we like it. Want to build something? Great. Start businesses, build bridges, raise a whole city. Future in fighting crime? Want to save lives? Do it all here. But you've got to go forward fast. Because today is now, and tomorrow is soon. And to get ahead of the game, you got to get ahead of your time. This is your future, so take it and move all of us forward.
All right, welcome back to Grand Haven. MGN on Michigan Sports Radio. Nate Dreyer with you here from the Grand Haven High School Fieldhouse. A tough start for the Bulldogs, but the Buccaneers continuing to roll. They took down Jenison 76-29 last Friday against one of the other current bottom teams in the OK Red, along with Grandville and Caledonia, the Wildcats in that one, and doing it again here tonight for the Buccaneers. An 18-2 advantage. In particular, Jillian Sorrell has been absolutely terrific, the junior, with 13 of her team's 18 in the early goings. Bulldogs left to right across the radio dial will start up, and once again they'll see a half-court trap facing up as Rakoski throws it left side onto O'Leary in the deep left wing. She'll start a right-hand dribble to the top of the half-court. Drops it off there for Rakoski, trying to set up the offense, set a screen, now comes back across the floor, crosses down the left side. Rakoski keeps the dribble, launches a 22-foot three. Off the back rim, no. Rebound battles around before the 6'3" freshman Wojtaszek able to rip it down. Sorrell throws over the timeline to Shop. The senior steps into a transition triple. Off the front rim, no. Grabs her own rebound, charging to the basket. Two-hand shot is strong, but a foul gets called on the block, and that will send Maddie Shop to the line. 2:10 to go, first quarter. That the foul is the first on Concannon, the Bulldog junior. Eden Smith, the senior, getting set to check back in here for Coach Kowalczyk-Fulmer in just a moment. At the line, Shop bends the knees, right-hand free throw, splashes down. The first one, as that one was pure. Wojtaszek will take a seat. Shop able to hit the second one pure as well. She has two. The lead will stretch to 18 here. Buccaneers in a 2-2-1 full court trap. Concannon on the near side. Got crossed up between a couple different thoughts. Pulls the back foot, which was the established pivot. A travel is called, and Grandville gives up possession. They'll check Dowett along with Perez and Gregoire all back into the ball game right here. 2:06 to go in the first. 20-2 start with just about 6 minutes gone. Smith lobs up top here for Sorrell. Sorrell left side for Shop. Back to Sorrell. Holds high above her head. Throws it hard right wing on to Gillis. Back up top to Sorrell. Swung extra pass left wing for Maddie Shop. One dribble up top. Passing lane poked and stolen by a sprinting Perez. Perez takes to the basket. Step back jumper as it was contested by Kendall Gillis, and she's able to bank it in. The Bulldogs have their first field goal of the ball game as Emma Perez is able to score that one for the Dogs. Over the timeline, Shop. Bulldogs setting up a half-court zone of their own. 1.5 to go, first quarter, 20-4. Free throw line on to Spunis. Spunis throws down low, tips away from a cutting Smith. Out of bounds along the baseline. Grandville retakes possession with 1:27 to go in the first. Again, it's this kind of modified 2-3, 2-1-2 half-court trap being shown by the Buccaneers. Right side, Emma Perez walks into the trap, throws it back to Rakoski, right wing. Rakoski off the baseline drive to the corner. Quick trigger three, Dowett. Off the back rim, no. Rebound, Gregoire sent down to the floor. Loses the possession on to Sorrell, who started up. Sorrell watched in the backcourt by a reaching Rakoski. Over the timeline with the behind the back dribble, top of the key. Two-hand pass, right wing Shop, dump pass. Down low, able to hit the cutter. Right-hand layup off the window, and good for Abby Spunis. 54 seconds and less to go. Spunis has her first points of the ball game. Buccaneer trap in the half-court back out. Left side, Emma Perez drops it up top for Rakoski, who's able to snag a hot pass to handle. Throws no look across the floor over top of the zone. On to Perez. Right corner, Gregoire. Thinks about the triple. Up fake. Up top now. Thrown on to DeVries. Swung left wing for Rakoski. Hands off there in rhythm on to Dowett. Up fake. Back Rakoski left wing against the trap. Up top for Perez with pressure coming. Launches a three and able to hit it with the rattle. Emma Perez has 5 and has all of the Bulldogs' field goals in this one. Lead is 22-7. Final 20 seconds here for the Buccaneers. Maddie Shop with 15, holding for the final shot. Throws all the way down left, block to Smith. All alone, Smith is able to hit a cutting, or Spoon is able to hit a cutting Smith. And Smith will lay that one in with 4 seconds to go. Rakoski lobs left wing on to Dowett. Off the jab, Dowett. And Dowett unable to get the shot at the buzzer off. That'll do it for the first quarter. 24-7, all Buccaneers to start this one. We'll be right back.
Cornerstone University.
The professors are very open to helping whenever they can.
Academic excellence, character-driven athletics, Christ-centered community involvement.
Cornerstone has been a great opportunity for me to grow as a leader, just being able to approach people and be warm and welcoming and hospitable.
Experience it for yourself. Attend a Golden Eagle Day at Cornerstone for a taste of campus life and the chance to meet faculty and staff. To arrange a visit for your high school junior or senior, go to cornerstone.edu. Cornerstone University. Build a life that matters.
Michigan Hearing Experts sell and service several brands of hearing aids. Are you having trouble having a conversation or unable to hear the latest play of the game? We perform comprehensive hearing exams and use real ear measurements to ensure optimal functioning hearing aids for your unique needs. Our highly trained doctors of audiology are dedicated to helping you reconnect with your world. Visit MichiganHearingExperts.com to find a location near you and take the first step towards better hearing with Michigan Hearing Expert.
All right, welcome back. Second quarter from Grand Haven here on MGN on Michigan Sports Radio. All Grand Haven girls to start the night. They lead 24-7 after the first. All of the Bulldogs' field goals coming from a triple and a two from Emma Perez in the first quarter. And the Bulldogs are back to work against a Grand Haven trapping half-court pressure again to start the second quarter. Pass thrown away and tipped away down low. Bulldogs keep possession, baseline left. Dowlett to throw in. Haight along with Rakoski and Perez in the backcourt. The Bulldogs have DeVries up front. Reaching pass through a couple of defenders from Dowlett, gets poked away to the corner onto Perez. Perez curls to the basket. Circus shot with the left is pure down the middle, and Dowlett's got 7. The Bulldogs 9. The lead goes to 24-9. 7.5 to go in the first half. All the way thrown across, shot down left block on to Wojciech. The freshman up top, shot off the skip. Triple try, missed it all wide to the right side, out of bounds. Grandville takes the possession back with 7:28 to go in the first half. 24-9 the Buccaneer lead, and the Bucks will bring out a 2-2-1 full court trap. Near side moving left to right. Here are the Bulldogs with Haight back to Dowlett. And she'll throw it over the timeline to a leaping Rakoski, top of the key. Rakoski, stutter step, left elbow, drops it in the corner for Perez, gets tipped away from Perez by Sorrell, and it is ruled to have been last touch by Sorrell as it battles around. And the Bulldogs will regather possession in the left corner. 7:17 to go, second quarter, 24-9 Grand Haven. Bulldogs traveling maroon uniforms to throw in. Mia DeVries able to give it up top to Dowlett. Dowlett starts a right-hand dribble down the right side of the key. Gets tripped up on her way to the basket, and that'll be the first foul of the quarter on the Buccaneers. That whistle with 7:13 to go in the second will be on Klumpel, who picks up her third foul already in the ballgame. So a bit of foul trouble for the senior, who will stay out there for the time being, as now Kendall Gillis is up from the bench and set to check in. Rakoski off the drive, throws right corner to Perez. Jump stop inside the arc, throws it back right corner to Dowlett. One dribble, throws it to her right side to Rakoski. Back right wing Dowlett, swung around left wing for Perez. Too hot to handle through the hands of Perez as she was turning. Goes out of bounds. Grand Haven takes over. As off that third foul, Klumpel will take a seat. And the Buccaneers will now bring the sophomore Kendall Gillis in here for Coach Kowalczyk-Fulmer. Bulldogs bring some full court, three-quarter court pressure. Passing lane red, nicely over the middle of the floor by a driving Brea Haight. Down the right side of the key, gets tripped up on her way to the basket. And a foul will get whistled on Maddie Schopp here. Sorry, check that. They're going to call the foul on Sorrell. That'll be her first. Second on the team. Baseline right inbound for the Bulldogs. Underneath the offensive hoop to throw in here is Dowlett. Right corner for Rakoski. She is yet to score. Step back three. Off the back rim, no. Rebound goes through a couple of hands into DeVries. Left-hand hook shot off the window, no. Rebound snagged off the bounce by Kendall Gillis, who will start up the offense. Watched in the backcourt here by Perez over the timeline. They bump shoulders over the timeline. Given up top onto Sorrell. Two-hand push pass, right wing shot. Back up top, Sorrell dumps it. Free throw line, Wojciech. Reaching pass through the traffic, somehow finds its way to Eden Smith. Throws to the corner, extra feed, right wing. Now for Gillis. Bounces around to Wojciech, screen. Left wing on to Sorrell. 6:25 and less to go in the second quarter. 24-9, right wing three. Schopp rattles it down for the Buccaneers. Maddie Schopp hits another one. She's got 5 for the senior, and it's 27-9. Pressure back out here in the half court from the Bucks. Haight thrown to the corner in mid-range, or in rhythm mid-range jumper. Misses everything short from Dowlett. Back the other way, sprinting is Gillis to the corner. Quick trigger three. Right down the hatch and good for Maddie Schopp. Back-to-back triples with a quick trigger. She's got 8. The Buccaneers stretch it to 39. They lead by 21 with 5:50 and less to go in the second quarter. Emma Perez, right wing, curls through a couple of defenders to the top of the key with the left-hand dribble. Picks up the dribble, throws right wing into some space. Triple try. Rakoski off the back rim, no. Still looking for her first points of the ball game. Rebound ripped down by Smith, thrown over the timeline to a left-hand dribble with Gillis. Pocket picked by Rakoski. She'll run behind the defense. Got met with some late pressure from Wojciech, and Wojciech will follow her at the basket. Third of the quarter on the Buccaneers. 5.5 to go in the second. That's the first foul on Wojciech, and it will be a shooting foul and send Rakoski to the line as she looks for her first points of the ball game. Rakoski quick in rhythm. Free throw is right down the middle and good, and the first points for the Bulldog leading senior on her way to Walsh University next year. Second one off the back rim, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds, and the last touch by Wojciech in the fight along with Gregor for the ball. Grandville gets it baseline right. They'll keep the offensive possession going. Maya Madden checked in for the Bulldogs at that last break. She will trigger the inbound right here for the Dogs. Madden along the right side of the baseline, throws all the way up top to Gregor. Right wing facing up against the zone with Rakowski around the screen, top of the key. Lob pass, Gregor tries a deep three from 25 feet. Missed everything short. Rebound tipped inbounds, but with the foot on the out-of-bounds line by DeVries, so it'll go out of bounds, and the Buccaneers will take over. 5:20 to go, second quarter, right to left across the radio dial. Buccaneers in the home whites will set up against some full-court man-to-man pressure here from the Bulldogs. Inbound to Wojciech off a high snag. Defended in the backcourt by Gregor. Starts a right-hand dribble. Wojciech off and running. Here's the freshman over the timeline. Throws to Smith, and that pass is out of the reach of Smith. Out of bounds along the end line, and the Bulldogs take it over. 5:12 to go in the second. 30-10, a 20-point lead here for the Buccaneers, who bring that half-court trap back out. Starts at a 2-3, kind of fades into a 2-1-2 half-court. Left wing for Perez. Perez drives to the corner, gets picked up in a double team there. Low dribbles, fed on to Rakowski. Up top, Gregor with space, launches a three. Missed it all short. Rebound tipped in by Madden nicely off the pirouette move, saved by DeVries, then pocket pick from behind by Sorrell. Thrown in behind the defense to a racing Gillis, and Gillis is swatted from behind at the basket by Gracie Rakowski. 4:45 to go in the second, 30-10 Grand Haven. Baseline left inbound coming here for Wojciech. Got it corner on to Spoonis. Dingarang will check in for the Bulldogs as the inbound play got whistled down. Garang set to check in late. We'll now redo it as Wojciech lobs up top, nearly stolen away by the reaching right hand of Perez away from Sorrell. Sorrell races to the free throw line. Mid-range jumper off the front rim, no. Board down to Rakowski. 4.5 to go, second quarter, 30-10. Granville trailing by 20. They've got it here in the half court around the Garang screen. Rakowski into the wing, rocking to the right-hand dribble. Crosses back across the floor, throws up top Perez. Filters it left wing onto DeVries. Now Madden top of the key. Skip pass, short right corner. Perez works the baseline. Push shot, blocked away. Rebound back down to Perez. Poked away by Wojciech along the baseline, out of bounds. Grandville keeps the possession on the left side. 4:16 to go, second quarter. 20-point lead for the Buccaneers. It'll be Madden to throw in here from baseline left for the Bulldogs. 4-14 on the year at Grandville. The Buccaneers 16-4 on the season. All four of those losses coming in the loaded OK red for the Buccaneers. Lobbed into Garang. Didn't see it coming. Racing to the basketball up top. Rakowski will get there first and keep the possession. Left wing for DeVries. Dribbles once. Hands it off for a curling Rakowski left wing. Rakowski steps into a triple. Missed it all short. I think that one maybe got tipped. Bodies collide down low. Perez rips it out of there. A tie-up then ensues. Alternating possession will go Grand Haven's way. 4 minutes exactly to go, halfway through the second quarter. 20-point lead for the Bucks, and Granville will bring some full-court pressure here. Inbounded near side, moving right to left to Jillian Sorrell. Throws all the way over the timeline to Wojciech. Wojciech all alone to the basket. Left-hand layup, hangs on the front rim, will not fall off the good pass beforehand. And here comes Rakowski and the Bulldogs. Rakowski working a right-hand dribble. Angling down into the left side. Screen set by DeVries. Goes around it to the right elbow. Up top for Madden. Out of her reach. Out of bounds into the Grand Haven bench. Buccaneers take back over. 3:35 to go. Second quarter. They lead 30-10. Grandville, a team that have scored sub-30 points in their last 3 games, and this is a Buccaneers team that holds opponents to sub-35 on the season. So a little bit to be expected with this sort of stifling defense that the Bulldogs' struggling offense goes up against. Step-through move, drive to the basket, nice floater. Sorrell is good. It's 32-10. What a finish right there from the junior. Lob pass looking for Garang, poked and stolen away and taken back the other way with the Bucks. 15 points now for Sorrell in the ball game. Left wing, the freshman Wojciech, ton of space right down the hatch. High arcing three is good, and the freshman has 6 in the ball game as she shows her ability to step out and knock that one down. 2:43 and less to go. Perez, right side, crosses across the half-court line, throws to Rakoski in the right wing. Pressure picking up against a half-court trap. Rakoski down the right side, baseline drive, floater, good. Tough shot through traffic in the lane. Rakoski able to get the rattle and get the finish for the Bulldogs. Buccaneers back to the way. 3 points now in the first field goal of the game for the Bulldogs, senior leader in scoring. 2:20 to go. Second quarter, Spunis filters left wing here on to Shop. Starts a right-hand dribble up top to Wojciech. Throws it hard, down low, turning. Sorrell all alone. Right-hand hook off the back of the rim, too strong. Board down Rakoski and the Bulldogs. 2:05 and less to go. Here's Gracie Rakoski bouncing over the half-court line into a step-back three or step-in three. That one tipped away and blocked. Sorrell picks up the rebound, throws it all the way down the length of the floor. Right quarter, catch and shoot three. Shot, banks it in from the corner. Tough one right there from Shop. She is 11 now in the ball game. As from the tight angle, she wound up putting it high off the window and in. It's 38-12. Bucks offense starting to pick back up, and the defense picking up the intensity out of the trap as well. Madden, left wing, feeds short left corner. Rakoski in rhythm shot, hits the side of the backboard. No. Bucks down to the rebound on to Spunis, and Sorrell was set to slow it down. Nearly gets her pocket picked by a reaching Gracie Rakoski, and with that, Coach Kowalczyk-Farmer will quick whistle in a timeout. This is just going to be a quick substitution timeout, though, as she wants to get a couple of different looks on the floor. 1:22 to go in the second. Actually, no, it's going to be now whistled as a full at least 30-second timeout here, as both sides will talk about things a little bit. 38-12. Easy for me to say, 38-12. At the 122 point here of the second quarter. Thanks always to Centennial Securities along with Farmers Insurance, presenting sponsors of Game Night on Michigan Sports Radio. And attention all golfers, want to keep your game in shape? The Leaderboard Indoor Golf has you covered with over 500 courses, a full bar, and 17 TVs. The Leaderboard Indoor Golf is the perfect place to work on your game, host events and parties, and compete in leagues. Visit theleaderboardgolf.com or call 616-500-8709 to book your tee time today. Nate Dreyer with you here on Game Night. Chandler Temmer will be joining me a little bit later on this evening as we get into our second half of the doubleheaders. The boys' action will take onto the floor. Grandville swinging matchup zone here as they're looking to trap on the half court. Right wing, Shop with space, launches a three off the back rim, unable to cash that one in. Concannon down to the rebound. 1:05 and less to go first half as Emma Perez will take it up here for the Bulldogs. Perez down the right side of the lane, keeping a right-hand dribble, drops it with a two-hand underhand feed to Haight. Concannon, top of the key. Looking for a passing lane, hits Perez up top, stutters, starts a right-hand dribble, now crosses to the left elbow, drops it there for Dowlett to the free throw line. Dowlett steps into a long two off the front of the rim, board taken in by Maddie Shop, and back on the floor, Abby Klumpo working those three fouls, throws on to Wojciech right wing. Here's the freshman crossing in the lane, lost the ball to Dowlett, regathers, throws it left wing to Klumpo, three on the way, misses everything strong, rebound paddled out of bounds and last touched by the Buccaneers. 32.1 on the clock, first half, 38-12 Buccaneers. And the Bucs will trap in the half court here against Perez, who will run the offense, the right-hand dribble. Skips it left wing onto Dowlett. Dowlett throws free throw line, Garang, step-through move, floater, short, rebound, down to Klumpo with 17 seconds. Klumpo with 17 over the timeline. Watched up here by Perez into the right wing with 10. Throws left wing all the way across the floor to Gillis. Pocket nearly picked by Haight. Up top, 7 seconds to go. Keeping the dribble is Klumpo. Right wing Shop, the three at the buzzer. Misses just short. Board down to Perez, and that'll do it for the first half. Dominant effort from Grand Haven. Both ends of the floor. Coach Kowalczyk-Farmer's team all over the place. Jillian Sorrell leading all scorers with 15. Maddie Shop just behind her with 11. Perez had 7, including 2 of Grandville's difficult to find field goals in the first half. We're going to step aside, be right back here on Game Night. We'll have some more stats, and we'll have some recaps and highlights from the first half as well right after this.
Looking for a great place to buy a used truck or car? Check out Extreme Truck and Auto Center, located at 1098 O'Malley Drive in Coopersville. They have a huge selection of trucks, cars, vans, and SUVs. Stop by their lot or give them a call at 616-384-3777. You can check out their inventory at xtacenter.com.
Michigan hearing experts sell and service several brands of hearing aids. Are you having trouble having a conversation or unable to hear the latest play of the game? We perform comprehensive hearing exams and use real ear measurements to ensure optimal functioning hearing aids for your unique needs. Our highly trained doctors of audiology are dedicated to helping you reconnect with your world. Visit MichiganHearingExperts.com to find a location near you and take the first step towards better hearing with Michigan Hearing Expert.
Cornerstone University.
The professors are very open to helping whenever they can.
Academic excellence, character-driven athletics, Christ-centered community involvement.
Cornerstone has been a great opportunity for me to grow as a leader, just being able to approach people and be warm and welcoming and hospitable.
Experience it for yourself. Attend a Golden Eagle Day at Cornerstone for a taste of campus life and the chance to meet faculty and staff. To arrange a visit for your high school junior or senior, go to cornerstone.edu. Cornerstone University. Build a life that matters.
The Grand Rapids Sports Hall of Fame celebrates the city's rich sports history by honoring prominent West Michigan athletes and those who have contributed greatly to sports on a local, state, or national level. A class is elected each year and then honored at an induction ceremony in the fall. They also prevent annual events in support of West Michigan athletics, and they raise funds to support local youth organizations and charities. Follow them on Facebook or check out the pictures and biographies of all 181 inductees at grshhof.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Game Night on Michigan Sports Radio. Nate Dreyer with you here at the break in this one, presented by Farmers Insurance, our Farmers Insurance halftime show, 38-12, all Grand Haven at the half. Certainly in this about 7.5 minutes until we get the second half of play back underway. Quick look, as you can see on your screen, some of the stats. Jillian Sorrell leading all scorers, a terrific start to this one for the junior. She has 15. Maddie Schopp on her senior night chipping in 11 as well, as she's knocked down a trio of threes to go along with that in the scoring effort. Emma Perez with 7 for Grandville, including the Bulldogs' lone made triple of the ball game in the first half for a struggling Grandville team in that first half play. Let's take a look at a little bit of some highlights from the first half. One highlight first from Grand Haven, then we'll take a look at a 2 as well from the Bulldogs that followed. Perez, right side, crosses across the half-court line, throws to Rakoski in the right wing. Pressure picking up against a half-court trap. Rakoski down the right side, baseline drive, floater, good. Tough shot through traffic in the lane. Rakoski able to get the rattle and get the finish for the Bulldogs. Looks like maybe a little out of order. Heard the Rakoski shot right there first. Here's one more look at a highlight from the first half. Along with that in the scoring effort, Emma Perez with 7 for Grandville, including the Bulldogs' lone made triple of the ball game in the first half for a struggling Grandville team in that first. All right, look at a couple highlights from the first half. A lot more to get to. We're going to step aside. Be right back here on Game Night, as we'll be back for the second half of action here on our Farmers Insurance halftime show.
This was founded based on the belief that the interests of our clients must always come first.
We listen and understand your objectives before making a recommendation.
We customize the portfolio of investments to fit your goals.
It is our commitment to provide a strong line of communication.
Our services include family wealth management, saving for retirement, and estate planning and trust services.
Getting started is as easy as picking up the phone. After all, when everything is said and done, isn't it about time?
It's the final game, folks. This one wins the series.
Struck out with the cheap seats? Important things aren't worth compromising. At Farmers, we offer both quality insurance and great savings. Here, take mine.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Bullhouse rips it out. Here we go. Miles Steffen to run the first attack here. And a couple of points on that possession. Doesn't get it. Physical game early. slow down, the game gets slopped up, and it winds up being an all-time classic. I expect nothing short of that tonight again.
Yeah, I think so.
Neves, corner, got one. And a timeout from Coach Vanderslice Gymnasium. Continues to carry his pregame show. Let's take a look. The best thing to say about it, really fun contest. Bulldogs will get it out of the break right here with 53 seconds to go.
Hey everyone, Nate from Michigan Game Night. If you haven't already, make sure to check out the
Going by DeYoung and the Bulldogs. DeYoung for Regneris, free throw line. Turns the back, left wing, Wade, triple try, splash! What a couple of moments and possessions for the Bulldog freshman. Timeout from Coach Riddell. Unbelievable. Here for Reynolds, second free throw, the right hand overhead motion is good for Caden Neves. Really terrific game for him. He's now got 10 of Grandville's 26 and a 6-point lead for the Bulldogs. Wing Sorokin bounding in the lane, left corner DeYoung, all alone, triple, splash, right down the hatch, absolutely pure for Jackson DeYoung, Grandville by 9. It is good for Caden Neves, really terrific game for him. He's now got 10 of Grandville's 26 and a 6-point lead for the Bulldogs. We'll go to highlights. We'll start in the first half with the Neves dump and then a couple more that we'll follow that up with. All alone, drives the basket, jams it, and one! He's fouled through the dunk. Caden Neves finishing strong with the right hand, has a chance for one more.
You can feel confident.
We are Centennial Securities,
an independent firm with a team of committed professionals
who strive to exceed our clients' expectations by giving outstanding service.
We're proud to be part of our community where we live and work.
You can feel confident choosing Farmers, which means a black cat doesn't always spell bad news.
What about a gang of them?
Actually, a group of cats is called a clouder. Isn't that right, tough guy?
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
All right, welcome back, everyone, to Grand Haven. Nate Dreyer with you here on MGN on Michigan Sports Radio. All Grand Haven girls in the first half in this one, 38-12. They lead it as we head towards the third quarter. So thanks for tuning in during our Farmers Insurance halftime show. We'll see if Grandville can get a little bit more going against a Grand Haven team that certainly I think did exactly what Coach Kowalczyk Farmers team likes to do. One of the best, if not the best, defensive teams, even in West Michigan. The loaded, even okay red to boil it down beyond that. But it was a run and jump defense in both the half court and the full court. Some full court 2-2-1 trap, some half court 2-1-2 trap. Just a little bit of everything from the Buccaneers. And Grandville certainly some issues, turn it over, and the Buccaneers did a terrific job, led by the 15 from Jillian Sorrell, in turning that defense into easy offense on the other end. Right to left, Grandville gets the ball to start the second half. They wear the traveling maroon uniforms, numbers in white trimmed in gray. It's the home whites for the Buccaneers, numbers and lettering in navy blue trimmed in gold. And the Bucs will go half-court trapping zone to start the second half as well. Weaving through the defense, Emma Perez. She led Grandville offensively with 7 in that first half. Drops it for Rakoski, the Bulldogs' leading scorer on the year. Crosses down the left side, skip pass, left corner with 2 hands. Perez steps inside the arc, launches along 2, and rattles it down. Tough finish there from Emma Perez. She's got 9. Bulldogs trapping out of a 1-2-2 in the full court. Buccaneers beat it all the way down the floor to Smith. Right block, right corner, Wojciech. Up top for Sorrell to start with a right-hand dribble. Right wing for Shop. Hard pass, free throw line, Wojciech. Turned the back, gave a shoulder. Throws up top into the left wing for Klumpel. Off the drive, skip pass, left block, Smith. Back left corner, Klumpel. Lobs through two defenders into the paint. Wojciech turning right-hand shot, leaning away from a pair of defenders is good for the standout freshman. What a finish right there. Dowlett up the left side of the floor. Able to reverse course, feed it left wing for Rakowski. Throws left corner down to a curling and driving Gregor. Her jump pass is stolen away, thrown in behind the defense to Sorrell. Sorrell races to the basket, but a late pressure right there, misses a right-hand layup, and the Bulldogs take it quickly the other way to Rakowski. Into the right corner, drops it there for Gregor. Stares at the basket, starts a left-hand dribble, steps inside the arc, launches along 18-foot two, no. Rebound Perez, blocked from behind off the two-hand feed. Board down to Sorrell, went behind her back to settle up the basketball and throws up the left side on the Klumpel. The senior will run the offense. 6.5 to go in the second. Give and go, Wojciech back to the basket, Klumpel. Two-hand reverse shot, blocked away, and rolls out of bounds, last touched by Klumpel, and the Bulldogs will take it from along their own baseline. 6:26 to go in the third, 40-14 Grand Haven. Big start in the first half and continuing here to start the second half for Coach Kwolchek Fulmer, 16-4 Buccaneers. Rakowski dribbling into space against the zone, launches an open three, missed it off the front rim short. Fight for the rebound. A tie-up is called as Perez able to get her hand in there on the tie-up against Eden Smith. Alternating possession goes the Buccaneers' way with 6:11 to go in the third. Grandville some full court pressure, near side going left to right into Shop. Now here's Wojciech, the freshman, dribbles once to the right on a Shop, jump pass over the timeline, hits a running Klumpel. Euro, floater, rattles down over top of Mia DeVries. Tough finish right there from Klumpel, and she is back on the score sheet now with 4 in the ball game. Under 6 minutes to go. Right wing, Gregor launches a quick pull-up three off the back of the rim. No, board down to Dowlett. Throws to the corner for Rakowski. She'll launch a three. Missed everything strong. And Rakowski able to take an errant pass up the floor. Steal it away. Drive to the basket. Left-hand layup. Good. And a foul. Good. Hard finish right there from Rakowski off the drive with 5:41 to go in the third. And she's got a chance for one more here at the stripe. Foul goes on Wojciech for her second and the first on either team in this quarter. 5:41 to go. Rakowski able to complete the three-point play. Splashes that one down. She's got 6 now in the ball game. Full court pressure on from the Bulldogs. Left side of the floor, Klumpel, the right-hand dribble. Curls over the timeline, loosely watched defensively by Perez. Skip pass to the right block, stolen straight away by Gregor and the Bulldogs. Tessa Gregor off and running up the right side of the floor. Throws to Dowlett through the pressure, through her hands, stolen away by Klumpel. Back the other way, Klumpel up the middle of the floor. Two-hand push pass, right block off the turn. Eden Smith wrestling with Rakowski, who will steal it away, and Grandville's got the ball back the other way. Here's Gregor up the right side of the floor. Gregor crosses free throw line, trying to hit DeVries, unable to handle that hot-to-handle pass. Sorrell picks it up and goes all the way back down the floor. Stops left block, jump pass, Wojciech in rhythm, right-hand jumper, right-hand layup off the window, good for Wojciech. That's 10 now for the freshman. 4:54 to go, third quarter, 44-17 Buccaneers. Bulldogs face up against the trap. Good move by Perez, splitting a couple of defenders. Throws left corner Perez. Perez onto a driving Rakowski at the left block, able to whip through a couple of defenders. Right-hand floater misses off the right side of the basket, no good. Push pass all the way down the floor to Shop. Now Shop gave it back up top to Klumpel to set up and start up the offense. Watched across the floor to the left wing by Perez here. Klumpel stops, throws it right wing to Shop. Dump pass, right block, Wojciech gave a fake, feeding the shot through the defense of DeVries, and that one rattles and is good, as Wojciech's got 12. Boy, the freshman, we saw her step out, hit a three earlier, and also a couple of tough finishes against a really good defensive player, and Mia DeVries, who's got some size as well, at 6 foot in the post for the Bulldogs. Both teams getting some subs set to check in. Skip pass right wing on to Perez. Back up top to Gregor. Swung back Perez. Tries the triple. Falls short off the front rim. Rebound and a follow from Allison Dowlett is strong. Rebound tipped up top onto Gregor. Gregor feeds left corner Rakowski. 3 off the back rim. Still fighting it. Looking to try to find her shot. Board now down to Klumpel and the Buccaneers left to right up the floor. Klumpel wearing the home white jerseys. Stepping into a long two with her foot on the line up top. Off the back of the rim, no. Board down to Perez. 3.5 to go, third quarter. Lead is 46-17 Buccaneers. Rakowski up top. Gets faced up here defensively by Eden Smith. Skip pass, right wing to Gregor, working against heavy pressure from Shop. Lobs on to DeVries, got some space, right-hand shot, off the window and good for Mia DeVries as she is able to get her second 2 of the ball game. Buccaneers working with some pace down the floor. Here's Wojciech, free throw line, nice feed, cutting to the basket, floater, rattles out for Smith, fight for the rebound, a tie-up, and the alternating possession goes back Grandville's way. A couple of subs on for either squad with 3:09 to go in the third, as the Bulldogs will bring Richardson out along with Haight right here. Coach Kowalczyk-Fulmer will take on the services of Kendall Gillis along with Abby Spoonis out of the break here. Right to left, slowly working it with an alternating dribble is Rakoski. She'll go to work, lobbing it right side against the zone into the wing to Dowett. Back up top to Rakoski with 2:57 and less. Left wing, Richardson. Free throw line, Haight. Up top for Rakoski. Left wing with space. Triple try off the back of the rim. Too strong for Richardson. Board to DeVries, and the putback is fouled and blocked away. That will send Mia DeVries back to the stripe. 2:45 in the third. And that is the third foul that is going to get whistled on Mallory Wojciech, and the second on the team right here. DeVries, first free throw too strong. 360s and goes out. She'll have one more coming up the line. 44 in the traveling maroon uniforms for DeVries. Numbers in white, trimmed in gray for the Bulldogs. Bends the knees, right-hand free throw too strong. Board down to Wojciech, unable to hit either of them. And Klumpel will start up the offense. Push pass to the right wing, Sorrell. Tries the three with a bit of space against a late arriving DeVries. Strong. Rebound, Spoonis. Hook shot, put back off the window. Good for Spoonis. The lead is 48-19 with 2.5 to go. Third quarter, Rakoski to Haight, left wing, through her hands, taken away by Klumpel. With speed, throws it over the timeline to Sorrell. 2-on-1 break, nice feed, skips it through the defender's legs, onto a cutting Kendall Gillis, and Gillis scores it off the window. 50-19, Grand Haven. They're back up 31 with 2:12 and less. Third quarter. At the right elbow, Haight drops it for Dowett, top of the key, stutters. Works the pivot, free throw line, Dowett. Left wing, Richardson. Up top to Dowett, out of her reach, stolen away, racing back the other way with Gillis. Here's the sophomore, 2-on-0 break this time. Left-hand layup, undefended, misses. Rebound to Dowett, gets poked away, but it is last out of bounds along the baseline against the Bulldogs. It'll be a baseline left offensive inbound coming up here for the Buccaneers, as they'll make a couple of subs as the Bulldogs do as well. Dingrang out there for Grandville. Buccaneers bring Ashley Fumarolo out for the first time in the contest here as well. We'll also see Dylan Meyer, the senior, check in for Coach Kowalczyk-Fulmer for the first time this evening. Baseline left inbound, 50-19 Grand Haven with 1:51 in the third. Doubleheader here tonight, so do not go anywhere here on MGN on Michigan Sports Radio. Boys will close the evening. Foul here from the Bulldogs. Kennedy O'Leary, she'll pick up her first of the game, armbarring on the turning drive from Kendall Gillis out of the wing. First foul of the quarter on the Bulldogs. That is foul 1 on O'Leary, the Bulldog junior guard. Left wing, Klumpel rips it away from Rakoski. Drives to the basket. Right-hand shot blocked by Garang, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Buccaneers off the Garang block in the post. Good defensive work right there from Ding, able to range and defend the otherwise kind of open driving lane that's set up right there off the curl and off the screen. Driving Gillis, exit pass, left corner, on for Fumarolo, throws it all the way across, trying to skip to Meyer, winds up out of her reach into the Grand Haven bench. Bulldogs take back over with 1:34 to go in the third. 50-19 is the Grand Haven advantage. Buccaneers go man-to-man here, half-court defensively. For the first time we've seen them step outside of the trap. Swung left wing to Richardson. Richardson up top through the hands of O'Leary, able to chase it down in front of the half-court line. Gets picked up defensively by Meyer. Right corner, Rakoski off the drive. Left corner to Richardson, all alone. One dribble, tries the three, splash. Grace Richardson able to knock down the triple. She had 14 points in the first of the meetings against Hudsonville, kind of her standout moment of the season. Certainly did a lot of that through the shooting. I think a player that Coach Van Hecken's going to be leaning on a lot next year for the Bulldogs on both ends of the floor is Grace Richardson. 50-22, the advantage for the Buccaneers. In the paint, hook shot, Spoonis strong off the window. Board tips on to Rakoski, who will start up the Bulldog offense. 43 seconds and less to go in the third. Brea Haight left wing, fakes a pass left, now throws it right to Richardson, drives the baseline, step back jumper, blocked by Gillis. It'll stay with Grandville as it rattles out of bounds. 31.9 on the clock, third quarter. Bucks lead at 50-22. Richardson to throw in from the right side. Richardson lobs, Grang all alone, right-hand push shot, short, grabs her own rebound, follow with two hands, no. Brea Haight gets a third chance with the left-hand hook. That one's blocked and fouled, and Brea Haight will go to the line after the Bulldogs had a couple of good looks with Grang, unable to cash in, and now Haight will look for her first points of the ballgame. Emma Perez set to check back in for the Bulldogs, 27 seconds even. First free throw is good. Able to splash that one down pure. Perez will check in here for Gracie Rakowski. One more for Haight at the line after she just picked up her first point of the game for the juniors. Second free throw off the right side of the rim is off the mark, and Spoonis picks up the rebound for the Bucks as Abby Klumpel will go back to work with the right-hand dribble. Flying up the middle of the floor, Klumpel leans, right-hand shot blocked by Perez, but a foul through the shouldering contact, and Abby Klumpel will go to the line. Just 4 points for Klumpel offensively. Kind of quiet night offensively. Spent a lot of that first half on the bench battling some foul trouble. 18.6 on the third quarter clock. That's the second foul of the quarter on the Bulldogs and the first on Emma Perez. First free throw is right down the hatch and pure for Klumpel. She's got 5 now in the ball game. Bends the knees in front of the face. Right-hand free throw. That one is pure as well for Klumpel. She's got 6. Team has 52. 16 seconds and less to go in the third. Perez up top. Going against the man-to-man defense with 5. Down the left side of the lane with 3. Perez to the basket. Reverse layup. Too strong. Rebound down to Spoonis. That'll end the third quarter. Remains really all Grand Haven through 3 in this one. 52-23. We're going to step aside. Be right back for the final frame.
The 76 Diner and Truck Stop would like to invite you and your families to come and check out their diner. With locations in both Byron Center and Coopersville, they're a great place to stop before or after the game. They have a wide variety of menu choices to feed all the kids. They serve breakfast hot all day, and they're able to accommodate all of your large group needs. Their full menu is available for takeout orders, and they have online ordering at 76truckstopdiner.com.
Welcome back to Grand Haven Final Frame. Nate Dreyer with you for the first game. Chandler Timmer will join me a little bit later on tonight. Radio+ Coverage. Grandville, Grand Haven. The Buccaneer girls all over Grandville. At the end of 3, beginning the fourth, they lead it 52-23. The Bucks have got it out of the break. Left side drive, left-hand layup from Klumpel, blocked away by Garang. And the Bulldog leading scorer Perez will throw left wing on to Rakowski and back. Perez curling, throws right wing on to Richardson. One dribble, throws into the corner for Kincannon. Off the curl, right elbow, Rakowski. Hands back out, Kincannon to the corner for Rakowski. Baseline drive, hands it off, cutting to the basket. Garang, two-hand feed, is right down the middle and good. Good finish there from Garang, able to find her first points. Bulldogs bring some trapping full-court pressure, moving left to right. Klumpel able to rip it away from Perez, take it over the timeline. Skip pass all the way to the basket. Eden Smith in rhythm. Right-hand push shot strong. Board down to Wojtaszek. Throws left wing. Klumpel, high arcing 3. Right down the hatch and good for Abby Klumpel. The senior now with 9 in the ball game. 7 minutes to go in the contest. Lead is 30. Up top, Rakowski into an open 3. Rattles off the back rim. No. Collision of bodies and a foul on the Bulldogs here on the fight for that one, as Wojtaszek got sent down to the floor. Foul goes on Perez. That is her second. And Perez will take a seat off the foul as the Dogs bring Dowlett back in. Bucks from their own baseline, inbound against the pressure. Shop throws over the timeline to Wojtaszek. The freshman throwing right side, able to be snagged on an errant pass by Sorrell. Right wing, catch and shoot three, quick one, Shop rattles out, hit the front rim, hit the back rim, and would not fall. Board down to the Bulldogs. Rakowski running with 6.5 to go. Throws right wing to Dowlett. Dowlett jabs, gets space, quick trigger three, missed everything short. Think it kind of got tipped down the way with some late arriving defense, and the Buccaneers are off and running. Full court pass to Shop right wing. Down to the right elbow, Sorrell turns the head, right hand hook, off the window, good. Julian Sorrell back on the score sheet. She's got 17, her first points of the second half after leading the way well in the whole game still, and especially in that first half for the Buccaneers. 2 minutes gone, final quarter. Rakowski, step back, long two, left wing, off the connector, no. Rebound chased down by Klumpel along the baseline. She's off and running up the left side of the floor, alternating hands with the dribble. Klumpel, quick push pass to the basket. Sorrell, right-hand layup, off the window, good in rhythm. Nice find and nice finish, that time from Sorrell again. She's got 19, 5:50 to go in the ballgame, 59-25 Grand Haven. Richardson left wing, starts the right-hand dribble here, defended by Klumpel. Man-to-man defense now on for the Bucks. Pass to the left side, poked and stolen nicely by Sorrell. Extra pass, running to the basket, all alone, and the finish is good through the late contact by Smith, and that will send Smith to the line looking for one more. That followed the first down of Richardson, second of the quarter on the Bulldogs. Couple of subs in for either side, but a good finish there from Eden Smith, as she was able to, through the contact, fight that one in. Smith, a senior, started this game for the Buccaneers. Bends the knees, right-hand free throw, rattles out, too strong, board down to Garang, and here come the Bulldogs and Rakowski with 5.5 to go in the fourth. 61-25, the Buccaneer lead. Low dribbles for Rakowski, around to Garang screen, give and go, Garang to the basket, right-hand shot is good. Good screen from Garang, able to roll to the basket off the pick, and the Bulldogs get up to 27 as Garang's got her second field goal of the ball game, down and good. Klumpel, top of the key, step back three over top of DeVries, rattles down. Buccaneers offense remaining red hot. Big second half from Abby Klumpel. She's got 12 now. 4:53 to go. Drive, Rakowski on to DeVries, fighting to the basket. Two-hand shot blocked, but a foul with some contact down low. I think they'll nail Spoonis for the call. That's the first foul of the quarter on the Buccaneers. They lead at 64-27. It is on Spoonis. It is her first. Bucks will go to the bench a little bit more right here. They bring number 10, which is unlisted player. Easy for me to say on the roster. And up top, Rakowski tries the three right down the hatch and good, as she's finally able to knock one down from deep. All the way to the basket, curling through the defense. Kendall Gillis chops up a couple of Bulldog defenders. Right-hand layup is good. 4.5 to go. 66-30 Buccaneers. Crossing with it. Rakowski, floater, rattles out. Board down to the Buccaneers, secured by Gillis. It'll be Klumpel to run the offense. Klumpel, left corner shot, quick trigger three, splash, that was pure from the corner. Such a quick trigger, and Maddie Shop is so dangerous from there, able to knock that one down, and the Buccaneers stretch it to a 69-30 lead. They won 76-29 last Friday against Jenison and have pulled out that same kind of performance. They head into a district, Grand Haven does, where they'll have to likely see Gabby Reynolds in West Ottawa in the final. Floater from Rakowski's off the mark, and back the other way come the Buccaneers, but lining up, needing all the momentum they can get for a tough district draw, but especially that final against West Ottawa, which will be a heck of a ball game for these Grand Haven girls. The girls a week later, the districts this year. Maddie Shop rolls around a screen, 23-foot three, pulls the trigger, knocks it down. Absolutely red-hot shooting right now for Maddie Shop. The lead is 72-30. Quick timeout on the floor as well, as Shop just pulled that one for back-to-back triples, and just like that, she's got 17, 2 off the game-high total in scoring. Thanks as always to Farmers Insurance, Centennial Securities for presenting sponsorship. They're presenting sponsorship of Game Night on Michigan Sports Radio here on MGN on MSR. Number Senior night, parent night activities in between the contests. A little bit longer break between the girls and the boys game. A nice feed again. Dingerang able to break free off the Brea hate feed, and she scores off the window. Bulldogs pull the lead down to 40 right now. Klumpel, pocket picked by Perez, able to regather off the low dribbles, feeding the cutting Spunis to the basket. Push shot off the mark, out of bounds. Last touch, though, by Grandville's Mia DeVries, as Fumarolo will check in for Coach Kowalczyk Fulmer, and with an applause, Abby Klumpel will take a seat as the senior again has turned in some good effort here on this senior night. Left corner drive from Kendall Gillis. Up top was space. Off the mark, the triple there from the unlisted call-up player. 10, not on our roster. Scramble for the basketball on the floor, and the rebound will, or the held ball, I should say, on the fight for the rebound goes the Bulldogs' way. 2:19 and less to go. Grandville takes over here with Emma Perez right to left over the timeline. Perez up top for DeVries. Swings the left wing to Maya Madden. Madden pass to the right wing, miscommunication out of the reach of Perez. Rolls out of bounds. Grandville gives up possession with 2 minutes and less to go as we've got a running clock here at Grand Haven tonight. Lead is 40. Gillis, left wing, Meyer around the screen. Extra feed to the wing for Gillis. The sophomore looked very good down the stretch in this one. She'll drive to the basket through 3 defenders, launches a two-hand shot, too strong. Rebound first ripped down by O'Leary, then tied up from all directions by Buccaneers. Held ball called. Alternating possession goes to Grand Haven. Baseline left inbound here for Spunis, the junior center. 1:19 and less to go. Running clock, fourth quarter. Gillis, left wing, feeds Spunis. Turns the back. Leaning shot off the window and good. Had the size advantage, and Spunis will reach that one in. Perez will take it. Final minute 7 for the Bulldogs. Perez stops on the pivot. Skips up top for Madden. Pressure defense there from Dylan Meyer. Skips it back left wing here to Perez with 54 seconds to go. Perez curling to the free throw line. Down the left side. Stops on the pivot foot. Turnaround jumper blocked away by Gillis. Met her right in her face. And the Bucks will take it here with Kendall Gillis. 41 seconds and less. Right wing Fumarolo. Left wing Gillis. Off the drive. Stops left block. Left corner. Swung to the wing to Meyer. Meyer around the screen. Drives. Free throw. Pull-up jumper. Off the left side of the rim. No. Board down to Spunis. Spunis up top with space. Gillis tries another 3 off the left side of the rim. No with 19 seconds. Buccaneers track down on the rebound here with Fumarolo. Gillis tries another wide open 3, and she's good from 22 feet on that one. 77-32. A dominant win getting wrapped up here for Grand Haven. 5 seconds on the clock. Here's Perez for the Bulldogs. Emma Perez with 1 at the buzzer. Will dribble the clock out, and that will do it. Dominance from Grand Haven. They go to 17-4 on the year as Granville falls to 4-15 from start to finish. The Buccaneers were able to play their game, I think, exactly the way that they would draw it up. Back-to-back dominant wins. They beat Jenison 76-29. Now they win this one 77-32. We'll do a quick and abbreviated version here of the Centennial Securities post-game show. We'll start, and we'll get right into our Rainbow Grill player of the game. A lot of options to go to. We got to go to Jillian Sorrell. Had a terrific game for the Buccaneers. Leads the way with 19 points. Led their defensive effort as well throughout this one. So terrific effort from her in that one. Earns our Rainbow Grill player of the game. All right, with that, we're going to quick step aside. Chandler Timmer is here to join me for the boys contest, and we'll turn things around. See you in about 8 minutes as we'll begin our Centennial Securities pregame coverage for the boys game. 77-32. Grand Haven taking down the Grandville girls to open the evening. We're going to step aside. Be right back here on Game Night.
Are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools, from Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
Weights have been lifted. Sprints have been run. Preparation for today's game is history. It's time to get it done. You're listening on MichiganSportsRadio.com.
The basketball postseason is just around the corner, and a very familiar name swims to the top at the Upper Peninsula Finals. I'm John Ross, and this is This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid. The boys' basketball brackets were released on Sunday, as the MHSAA boys' basketball tournament is set to start on Monday, February 26th. In each district, the top 2 teams, according to NPR, were placed on opposite sides of the draw, and the remaining teams were placed according to a random draw. Next Sunday, the 25th, the girls' bracket will be released. It's done the same way, with the top 2 teams in each district going on opposite sides of the bracket. And the girls' tournament begins March 4th. A great majority of tournament games will be available on the NFHS network. Just go to nfhsnetwork.com to search for your team's games. The finals for both the girls and boys will air live on Valley Sports Detroit. The boys' finals are Saturday, March 16th, with the girls 1 week later on March 23rd. Remember, the boys' tournament is first this year. Semifinals and finals will be played at the Breslin Center in East Lansing. The defending champs on the boys' side are Detroit Cass Tech in D1, Ferndale in Division 2, Flint Beecher in Division 3, and Munising in D4. On the girls' side, it was Rockford in Division 1, Lansing Catholic in D2, Hemlock in Division 3, and Maple City Glen Lake in Division 4. For scores, updated brackets, and game times, please be sure to check out MHSAA.com. It's time for Game Balls, when we highlight a trio of standout performances from the past week. First, Madawan's Noah Van Lanningham. He scored a school record 40 in a game against Holt, making 9 triples in the process. The 40 points put him over 1,000 career points and made him Madawan's all-time leading scorer. Mason County Eastern's Clay Shoup. Clay poured in 55 points in a win over Manistee Catholic, breaking the school's single-game record. And to both the boys and girls bowling teams at Bay City John Glenn, each captured their 4th straight Bay County championship.
For high school seniors, the matchup of the year isn't on the field. It's actually online. That's right. When you fill out the FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid, you could also be eligible for thousands of dollars in additional money from the Michigan Achievement Scholarship. Yep, nearly 80% of students who fill out the FAFSA may be eligible. Now that's a matchup we can all root for. Get started today at michigan.gov/achievement. The Michigan Achievement Scholarship. It's a game changer.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look at the fine art of officiating with the MHSAA's Director of Officiating Services, Sam Davis.
We're on the basketball court today, where a player fires up a shot that fails to make it to the basket. An air ball. But if he's able to catch the ball before anyone else touches it, is this a traveling violation? If not, what is the player able to do now? It is not traveling as long as the referee judges the first release of the ball as a shot attempt. After catching the shot, it's treated the same as grabbing an offensive rebound that hit the rim. The player can now restart his dribble, pass the ball, or shoot again. A shot attempt is a shot attempt, regardless of it hitting the rim or backboard.
Thanks, Sam. Now more than ever, we need officials. If you're interested, Go to the MHSAA website now to register. With most winter sports just starting the postseason, there is one that's already in the record books. The UP Swimming and Diving held its finals at Marquette over the weekend, and the host school won titles on both the boys and girls side. The girls brought home their 5th title in 6 years and 28th overall. They finished first in 4 individual and 2 relay events. Grace Sobchak was a part of 4 of those wins. She was fastest in the 200-yard individual medley, the 500 freestyle, and was on the 200 medley and 400 freestyle relay teams. Gladstone was second, Ishpeming Westwood third. For the boys, similar story. Marquette finished first in 3 individual events and all 3 relays. It's their 5th straight title and 31st overall. Junior Trevor Crandall won the 50-yard freestyle and was on the winning 200 medley and 400 freestyle relay teams. Houghton finished second, Gladstone was third. For complete coverage from the pool in Marquette, be sure to go to MHSAA.com. You've been listening to This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid, a production of the MHSAA Network. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Ross. We'll be back next week.
Nevs, back Regneris 4. Cam Regneris with 2. Turns to win. Yes! Cam Regneris! Grandville wins! DeBoer regathers, takes it to the front of the net, and skies one behind Louiselle, and scores! 2-1 Grandville. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Breslin Center and game night on Michigan Sports Radio. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer with you here. With their intensity, what a move by Wade to the corner, to Young, another one! Lobos gets the right corner to Watson, catch and shoot 3, splash! Muskegon has taken the lead, 47-46. Justin Watson, another triple. He has 9, 138 in the third, and a big red lead. By Baker, they'll fling it to Steffen. Aldering to the basket. Merritt Aldering cocks it back, jams it, timeout, Covenant Christian. All right, welcome back, everyone. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer joins me here on game night. Centennial Securities pregame shows we turn things on. Dominant win with a running clock for the Grand Haven girls to open up the evening. We've got the family night or the parent night along with the senior night festivities right now here at Grand Haven. So wrapping that up before we get tip-off on what's going to be an interesting game, Chandler. When you look at these 2 teams, Grand Haven 5th in the OK Red, Grandville right now back up to solo 3rd in the OK Red off of Hudsonville's loss to East Kentwood last night that evened things up in terms of the amount of games played. Grandville finally able to get back in the win column, win last time out against Caledonia 43-39, but what started this Grandville team is we kind of set the scene a little bit for, okay, they won this game last time. Where's this team at heading into a difficult district? Playing so well, Grandville, the middle part of this season, struggling, though, over the last couple games. The loss to Rockford, a really tough loss. There's no other way to put it against East Kentwood, losing by nearly 40 on Tuesday night. Beat Caledonia, only beaten by a couple of scores right now, or in that one, though, so this is the kind of game I think Coach Young is looking for quite the bounce back, and against a team in Grand Haven that always provides a lot of energy against the Bulldogs.
Yeah, this matchup has been great throughout the last couple of years. It always brings out, usually it seems like the best in both of these teams, regardless of kind of where they've been in the standings. And another one here late in the season, second to last conference game of the year, and the Bulldogs trying to rebound a little bit after a couple of really difficult losses. I think, they played really good basketball a lot. A big part of the season have had troubles with Rockford, and then, of course, none bigger than the loss to East Kentwood, kind of the head of the bad basketball that we've seen from some of the Bulldogs. But I think able to get a win against a Caledonia team that's improving, probably better than what their record says as well, and a chance here on senior night in Grand Haven to try to turn things around. Momentum's not everything going into the postseason, but definitely going to help if the Bulldogs can kind of feel like they're back to some of the basketball they were playing in the early part of the season.
For Grand Haven, 10-10, right at 500 for Coach Emick. They have an overtime win over Hudsonville. They played Grandville relatively tough in that game. It was mostly a 10-point game, but the game got closer and further throughout it. this is a talented team. They can score. They can do it in a lot of different ways. Grandville's lost big to Grand Haven on this floor a couple of times in the last couple of years. I think this is a night on senior night as well. Grand Haven needs some momentum for the playoffs. They've got a chance to go on quite the run in the playoffs. And you look at what their district is going to be a much easier district than where we're going to be next week, where Grandville is going to be next week as well. But the Grand Haven team, they aren't quite as fast. They aren't quite as flowing offensively as some of the past Grand Haven teams, but they still have all the hallmarks of a normal Greg Emming team.
Yeah, they sure do. I think you mentioned the senior night festivities going on right now. I think a big part in a game where two teams that really, the winning the OK Red not necessarily on the table and not going to happen. Maybe the Buccaneers have kind of got that built-in motivation that you've got some seniors playing their last game on their home floor. They've got the district that they probably feel like, it's kind of wide open. They've got a chance to go out there and get it. And so it's a game where the Buccaneers kind of probably have a lot of built-in motivation ready to go. See if the Bulldogs can manufacture that and try to get themselves ready to go as well.
This is our Centennial Securities pregame show. We thank them, Farmers Insurance, rotating above Chandler and I here on your MGN Radio Plus Game Center. We've got us on screen, the live scoring as well from some of the top scorers of either team. So you can check all that out, and that's going to be our coverage format for the playoffs. By the way, the playoffs starting next week, like we said, Grand Haven, they're in the district that features the Zeeland teams. It features West Ottawa. It's an easier district for sure compared to where Grandville's going to be, where we're going to be next week. We do start off March on MGN, as Grandville have Jenison. That's the best part about the draw for them I'm about to mention on Monday on the road, and then it gets not so nice. Then it's East Kentwood. Then it is the winner of Byron Center and Hudson, likely Byron Center and Hudsonville, unless Wyoming sneaks in there on Friday. So it is a very, very difficult draw. Chandler, you're going to be off for next week during district, so you'll miss it, but it certainly is going to be a heck of a ride again. Can't wait to get started. And I think it puts that much more importance on this game because if momentum is a thing, Grandville needs all of it they can get out of this game tonight.
Yeah, for sure. I think in order to win that district and win a couple of more than likely a couple of really tough games against some teams that have had their number in East Kentwood and then potentially have the head-to-head win against Byron Center, beat Hudsonville as well. So there is maybe some bright spots is if you can get past East Kentwood. But, yeah, no doubt a district with a lot of top teams in there. And so, yeah, you want to be playing your best basketball going into that, where if you're looking to pull some upsets, at least by what the regular season showed and what your record shows, you want to be playing really good. You want to have a couple wins under your belt going into that, so you've got some confidence going into it and maybe a little bit more likely to pull those upsets off.
There's nothing that fires me up much more this time of year than when I get to build the March intro for our broadcast. It is ready. We posted it this week. And in case you haven't seen it and you aren't ready, how about we show it? Because March on MGN starts early. It starts Monday, and it's coming next on MGN. This is our last game of the regular season. We are off Friday because of my scheduling problems before we get into his scheduling problems next week. We time it up so well, folks. Mm-hmm. But final game of the regular season, next time you see us after tonight's big game, don't go anywhere, is March on MGN. And here's a look at what's coming on March on MGN. Nev, back right near us 4. Cam right near us with 2. Turns to win. Yes! Cam right near us. Grandville wins.
The ball is tipped, and there you are. You're running for your life. You're a shooting star in all the years.
Inbound against the pressure, lobbed ahead over the timeline to Gable. Gable strikes to the basket, elevates, jams it down over top of Orbaugh. Oh my goodness, that tomahawk jam over top of the defender. Up fake, leaning right elbow, skips the right corner to Watson. Catch and shoot 3. Splash! Muskegon has taken the lead, 47-46. Justin Watson, another triple. He has 9, 138 in the third, and a big red lead. Line given on to Titus. Titus angles, pull-up shot for the lead. Good! Brady Titus, a scream to the heavens after he knocks it down. And the Hudsonville Eagles are state champions for the first time in school history. They mob at center court. Head coach Casey Glass, in his 12th season, has taken the Eagles to the mountaintop. They are state champions. And it's the ultimate revenge for Tri-Unity. Another state championship for Coach Keeler's squad. The defenders of Tri-Unity Christian, state champions in Division 4. 56-45 the final.
It's more than a contest. It's more than a race.
That is right. March on MGN coming. So we don't have the sound in our head, by the way. I will tell you, you can't hear us because we're on the back channel then. We did hum most of that song at this point in time. We know it's coming. You have to. You have to. So March on MGN is coming. We can't wait for it. Grand Haven, Grandville boys both out, both starting up their warm-ups. So with that, we're going to step aside. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to get into breaking this one down a little bit more, take a look at the matchups, and take a look at what kind of led to the Grandville win the first time, what Grand Haven on their home floor on senior night are going to try to do to flip the script.
Was founded based on the belief that the interests of our clients must always come first.
We listen and understand your objectives before making a recommendation.
We customize the portfolio of investments to fit your goals.
It is our commitment to provide a strong line of communication.
Our services include family wealth management, saving for retirement, and estate planning and trust services.
Getting started is as easy as picking up the phone. After all, when everything is said and done, isn't it about time?
It's the final game, folks. This one wins the series.
Struck out with the cheap seats? Important things aren't worth compromising. At Farmers, we offer both quality insurance and great savings. Here, take mine.
We are Farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Bullhouse rips it out. Here we go. Miles Steffen to run the first attack here. And a couple of points on that possession. Doesn't get it. Physical game early. Slow down. The game gets slopped up. And it winds up being an all-time classic. I expect nothing short of that tonight again.
Yeah, I think so.
Neves, corner, got one. And a timeout from Vanderslice Gymnasium. Continues to carry his pregame show. Let's take a look. Best thing to say about it, really fun contest. Bulldogs will get it out of the break right here with 53 seconds to go.
Hey everyone, Nate from Michigan Game Night. If you haven't already, make sure to check out the end.
Going by DeYoung of the Bulldogs. DeYoung for Reagan Neris, free throw line. Turns the back, left wing, Wade, triple try, splash! What a couple of moments and possessions for the Bulldog freshman. Timeout from Coach Riddell. Unbelievable. Here for Reynolds, second free throw, the right hand overhead motion is good for Caden Neves. Really terrific game for him. He's now got 10 of Grandville's 26 and a 6-point lead for the Bulldogs. Wing Sorokin bounding into the lane, left corner DeYoung, all alone, triple, splash, right down the hatch, absolutely pure for Jackson DeYoung, Grandville by 9. It is good for Caden Neves, really terrific game for him. He's now got 10 of Grandville's 26 and a 6-point lead for the Bulldogs. We'll go to highlights. We start in the first half with the Neves dunk and then a couple more that we'll follow that up with. All alone, drives the basket, jams it, and one! He's fouled through the dunk. Caden Neves finishing strong with the right hand. Has a chance for one more.
You can feel confident.
We are Centennial Securities.
an independent firm with a team of committed professionals
who strive to exceed our clients' expectations by giving outstanding service.
We're proud to be part of our community where we live and work.
You can feel confident choosing Farmers, which means a black cat doesn't always spell bad news.
What about a gang of them?
Actually, a group of cats is called a clouder. Isn't that right, tough guy?
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Welcome back. Centennial Securities pregame show. Nate Dryer, Chandler Timmer, Grandville, Grand Haven boys getting set to go in this one. 10-10 Grand Haven, 14-6 Grandville. The Bulldogs coming off a win over Caledonia. It was a win last time out for Grand Haven as they had Jenison last Friday night as we're working our way through warm-ups, getting close. Let's take a look at some of the kind of key players, key matchups in this one. For Grandville, first off, I mean, it's been a little bit of a Jekyll and Hyde season, but when he's been at his best, they've won, and that's Colin Highbore for Grandville. He had 16 points against Caledonia, helped lead the way in a tight, kind of struggling win for Grandville, and that one over, like you said in the opening block, an improving Caledonia team on the year. But for Highbore, when he has games like that where he scores 16, the shot's working, Grandville, if they get, essentially, when he gets in double digits, when he's feeling it, Grandville doesn't lose. It continues to be that simple of a recipe for them in terms of an X factor out of Highbore.
It was kind of a trend that established itself pretty early on in the season when he was having some really big games. The Bulldogs looked pretty unbeatable. When they've got three scorers, got Regnerus, Neves, and Highbore, they look very, very hard to stop on the defensive end for opposing teams. But there's been times where Highbore looks like, whether it's fighting injuries or just fighting maybe some confidence a little bit, just it's a completely different team when his shooting touch isn't out there for the Bulldogs. You're relying completely on Regnerus and Neves, and you can be a good team with two scorers, but I think they can be a really great team. And if you're talking about winning a district, you need three scorers. Highbore is going to be a big part of it.
Yeah, and talking on the other side about X factors, Grand Haven, Will Kerenstra, their junior. We've seen him since he was a freshman. He's been a big-time player on the hardwood and on the gridiron as well in games that we've seen. He's come off the bench. He started some games, but Kerenstra, highly athletic, two-way player, can shoot the basketball as well. He'll have stretches where he kind of goes quiet. He'll have other stretches where he's just explosive all over the place. We saw that in the first game against Grandville. He kind of let it come back all on his own. And the same way that Highbore's an X factor, Kerenstra also kind of playing the 2 or the 3, the same sort of X factor for Coach Imig.
He could be the spark plug for the Buccaneers and get them going. There's times where he doesn't get involved as much, and then you don't see some of those big plays happen. But when he gets going, he's a guy that can heat up in a hurry, make some big plays, kind of feels himself a little bit, and can really drag the rest of the team along with him, get everyone around him playing some good basketball, and help the team out. And so getting him going early on, a big part for the Buccaneers.
Captains, coaches, and officials meeting at center floor right now. Just under 12 minutes until tip-off in this one. The battle up front is interesting because Grand Haven has been a team that they've kind of alternated. Some years they have a traditional post, some years they have more of a kind of more stretch fours, stretch fives that they put on that position. This is more of a non-traditional post here. They have a guy in Gus Abraham, 6'3", big, powerful football linebacker and tight end on his way to Hillsdale next year to play there. He doesn't really like to shoot. He's more of a post-up guy, but at 6'3", he's going to have essentially a 5-inch deficit to Cam Regnerus. Luke Lindemann, more of a stretch 4. That's where it gets interesting because Grandville, of course, has maybe the best traditional post big man in Cam Regnerus in West Michigan. So it's a little bit of a stretch battle versus a little bit of the traditional post. But, you know, Cam can get out and shoot it as well.
Yeah, he's shown that throughout the course of the season. He stepped out and shot a couple from beyond the arc and play and be a good facilitator from the outside as well, even though he doesn't have to a ton. But I think that matchup going to be really big, and seeing what the Buccaneers try to do to limit Regnerus' impact in the middle of the floor on both ends. I think Regnerus, his ability to block shots can force some issues for the guards of the Buccaneers. His ability on the offensive end to dominate the paint as well. We'll see if they want to double team, what they're going to try to do to eliminate Regnerus' ability, because he's going to have the height regardless of what matchup he has.
Regnerus, 14.5 points per game on the year, had 15 last time out against Caledonia. The Grandville backcourt, the Grand Haven backcourt full of X factors as well. Jacob Doreen, the senior, really a quick trigger shooter and scorer. He can come out of nowhere, score some points. Jagger Segroves, more of the 2-guard, helps with that as well. Grandville's backcourt has been pretty solidified the last couple of weeks, really throughout conference play ever since they made the move. bringing Carter Wade, the freshman, as their starting point guard. Jackson DeYoung playing off the ball as the 2 guard. As things roll with them, Grandville, of course, they're going to primarily do their scoring on the wings inside Cam Regnerus. But anything extra you can get from Wade, and especially anything you can get extra along with the great defense from Jackson DeYoung, going to be critical in what Grandville can do and continues to push them over the top. And it's an interesting match against Doreen and Segroves and Will Plummer off the bench, who are very similar players in that regard.
Yeah, I think the Bulldogs have been trying to kind of develop that backcourt and figure out exactly how they want to play it for most of the last couple games and a good part of the season, with Carter Wade taking over the full-time point guard role and his ability to kind of create his own shot, be a facilitator for the offense. He's got potential to go for 10-plus points on every given night and just trying to find that consistency. But Jackson DeYoung been one of the best on-ball defenders and man-to-man guys for this Bulldogs team, so when he's allowed to play that aggressive defense, also can shoot the deep ball a little bit as well. Doesn't have to a ton, but I've seen him have a couple big games where he can knock down multiple threes against a guard play for the Buccaneers, where you've got a couple experienced guys that have been around for a while playing on their senior night, have very similar games when it comes to being able to handle the basketball, also can shoot a decent amount, and those guys can be a nice rotation, so an interesting matchup there as well.
All right, quick break. We'll be back with more Grandville Grand Haven boys, wrapping up our night here from the Fieldhouse on the Lakeshore at Grand Haven.
The 10 winners of the Nobel Peace Prize or the last 5 Miss Americas, the point is the applause dies and the achievements are forgotten. But can you name 3 friends who helped you through tough times or teachers who encouraged you in school? We remember those who make a difference in our lives. I'm Randy Hansen, president of Centennial Securities. What matters to us are the personal relationships we have with our clients, helping them build a secure financial future. As a Centennial Securities customer, you know what I mean. If you're not, isn't it about time?
Member SIPC and FINRA.
Hey everyone, Nate from Michigan Game Night. If you haven't already, make sure to check out the MGN shop. You can find it through MichiganGameNight.com or the Michigan Game Night page on Michigan Sports Radio. Click on the Buy MGN Merch button or tab on either page and find your way on over. You can check out a store that has hats, beanies, sweatshirts, t-shirts, water bottles, and everything in between, from just simple MGN logo designs to playoff featured designs, designs with famous calls and moments from MGN, and much, much more. Make sure you check out the MGN shop through MichiganGameNight.com or MichiganSportsRadio.com/MGN.
Can you identify your number 1 personal trait? The thing that you do better than most others? If not, this may be a good time to think this through. If you're really good at writing, then why use the phone? If you're great on the phone, why use email? If you have exceptional human relation skills, why sit back and let others lead? I'm Randy Hansen, president of Centennial Securities Company. Playing to our strengths is something we do very well at Centennial. And if you're already a customer, you know what I mean. If not, isn't it about time?
Member SIPC and FINRA.
Welcome back. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer, MGN on Michigan Sports Radio. Grand Haven back out, wrapping up their final meetings and getting their final warm-ups underway. 60 minutes until tip-off from this one. Quick look at some of the stats. Grand Haven, 57.1 points per game on the season. They give up 49.2. Grandville scores 53.2 on the year. They give up 49.1. So defense is very similar. Grandville scores less on the year. I think the Bulldogs, I mean, you look at it, they've won 4 more games with a similar schedule on the whole. I think Grandville's non-conference probably a little bit tougher in the full extent than what Grand Haven played. Grandville 8-4 in the conference, or Grandville 8-4 in the conference. Grand Haven 5-7 in the conference right now within the OK route. I mean, again, like, these are 2 teams that they've proven to play some kind of chippy rivalry type games, especially on this floor. Over the years, they play a similar style as well this year. I think it sets up for an interesting game because I think we've got a lot of matching strengths and weaknesses. We can talk about the difference in the post. We can talk about the little differences here and there. Grandville's maybe strength on the wing and just the slight differences, but really general play style when they do play each other winds up being very similar because it seems like they kind of egg each other on. They get going faster, and we've seen that a couple of times in the past.
Yeah, I've seen some really big moments and some highlight plays, and some heated emotions as well in this rivalry at times, and so I think a chance for that here again tonight when you've got two teams late in the season, both trying to kind of turn things on for themselves in order to get heated up going into the postseason, and maybe trying to get some of that energy going for your team, trying to make some plays, and as the season winds up, could potentially see a good one here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely can. Also, I mean, you can't count out the X factor at senior night for Grand Haven. This is a team that plays with a lot of energy already. They've got a group of seniors that typically start. They may add a senior or two even to that lineup as well. This is an experienced Buccaneers team. They've won a lot in the past. They had a disappointing end of the year last year. They're looking at a playoff run where they really think heading into districts they have a chance. They've got the Zeeland schools. They've got West Otter. I mean, all teams that they know how to beat, and I think they have a chance to beat right now, and I certainly think they do as well. So, you know, they have a senior night boost coming. They have a need to push for some momentum because they think they have a district that they can get some revenge for last year with a lot of those seniors in. You know, it's a trickier matchup outside of just the base X's and O's for Grandville based on what you're going to see effort-wise out of Grand Haven tonight.
Yeah, no doubt those factors all play in, especially this time of the year. For a Grand Haven team, it's all pretty obvious. They have the motivation right in front of them. They've got senior night, you've got guys playing their last game on the home floor. You've got a district that they feel like they've got to be right there if they can be playing some of their best basketball. And so I think it's pretty easy to see how the Buccaneers can be motivated coming into this one. For the Bulldogs, I think they got to find it a little bit. And sometimes that's where you learn a lot about your team, especially as you go into district play. And I think Coach Young has probably been talking about that in the locker room coming into this one, and is how you get your guys going in a game where the conference, for them, not really in play anymore. But you've got a game here against a rival team, a team that you've played tight against in the past, and trying to get yourselves going as well, even though the district it looks a little bit tougher and the path may not be as clear, but that's just all the more reason why this one's important.
Definitely for Grandville, it's not a look-ahead spot because they haven't been playing their best. It's not like they come into the 2-3 game win streak like they maybe would have had the last time they saw Grand Haven, although they had been coming off those losses again in the middle of the schedule like what they had last time. But the kind of difference, I think, in a lot of regards on the evening is it could be a look-ahead spot because you've got that Hudsonville game ahead, but you're struggling a little bit, so it isn't quite that. It's a tricky place for this Grandville team is looking ahead to Hudsonville, looking ahead to the playoffs, but also trying to kind of get out of a bit of a slump that they've been in on the whole. It's just an awkward position right now Grandville's in, trying, like you said, to break out of it and find something.
Yeah, it is. I think that's what you got to figure out as you look back, and yeah, it's been a tough stretch the last couple of games, and you're probably not happy with the way you've been playing, and you don't want to look too far ahead because that's a potential to kind of have a snowball effect of bad games, and you really don't want that at this point in the season. So if you can get things going here, come away with another win after the win on Friday night, and get another win on Friday against Hudsonville, you've got a couple game win streak going into the postseason, and going to feel about as good as you possibly can to try to get the confidence up and get your team feeling pretty good.
All right, we're going to step aside. Be right back here on our Centennial Securities pregame show. When we come back, anthem, introductions, and we get basketball underway.
What would you do with some extra time? Shop Fastlane today.
Somebody once said life moves pretty fast, and that's exactly how we like it. Want to build something? Great. Start businesses, build bridges, raise a whole city. Future in fighting crime? Want to save lives? Do it all here. But you've got to go forward fast. Because today is now, and tomorrow is soon. And to get ahead of the game, you got to get ahead of your time. This is your future, so take it and move all of us forward.
Are you looking for a new career? Aetna Supply is hiring. Aetna Supply is Michigan's #1 plumber wholesaler, servicing local customers for over 50 years. They offer great benefits, a 401k with company match, quarterly bonuses, and no Sundays. Once again, check them out at aetnasupply.com/careers or click on their logo on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage. Have you recently collided with a deer or been caught in an unfortunate accident? Don't worry, Car Center Collision and Glass is your trusted partner to bring your vehicle back to life. With convenient branches in Cedar Springs, Burton Heights, Alpine, and Big Rapids, we're right around the corner to provide expert assistance. From collision repairs to mechanical fixes, we're your one-stop solution for all your car needs. Check us out at carcentermi.com.
to tonight's varsity basketball contest between the Bulldogs of Grandville High School and your host, the Grandhaven Buccaneers. Before we begin tonight's game, I'd like to draw your attention to our officials. We are grateful to have a fantastic crew with us this evening, so please help me welcome Don Slater, Brian Borsma, and Ace Covey to Grandhaven. And we remind you the opportunity to play this game is only made possible by their commitment to high school sports and to our student athletes. We appreciate their efforts, and they deserve our respect. And now, fans, please stand and remove your hats for the playing and singing of our national anthem. And veterans, the flag law gives you the opportunity to render the hand salute during the presentation of our country's colors. And Grandhaven High School and the OK Conference would be honored to have you do so. Ladies and gentlemen, the Buccaneer Pep Band with our national anthem. And now let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting Grandville Bulldogs. At a guard, a senior ring number 1, Jackson Young. Also at a guard, a freshman wearing number 3, Carter Wade. At a forward, a junior wearing number 5, Caden Nibis. At a forward, a senior number 12, Cameron Regneris. And at a forward of junior number 33, Colin Highmore. And the Bulldogs are coached by Desmond Young. And now, here is the starting lineup for your Grandhaven Buccaneers. At one guard is senior number 2, Jacob Doreen. Also at a guard, a senior who wears number 11, Chris Russell. At a guard, a senior number 22, Jacob Seagrove. And forward, a senior number 4, Lindemann. And at center, a senior number 5, Gus Abraham. The Buccaneers are coached by Mr. assisted by Ron and Todd Franklin.
All right, ready to go. An all-senior starting lineup on senior night for the Buccaneers. They're in their home white jerseys, numbers in gold, trimmed in blue. Grandhaven written on either side of the number on the front in navy blue. Grandville, the traveling maroon uniforms, numbers in gray, trimmed in black. They go left to right. Cam Regneris wins the tip back, controlled on for the freshman Wade, and away we go. Wade to the right wing, stops, two-hand feed, up top, passing lane, poked by Jacob Doreen, runs behind the defense, reverse layup is good for Doreen. Easy defense, defense and easy offense for Doreen right away, CT.
Yeah, Doreen just reading the easy pass right there. Wade trying to dump it off to Highmore, and Doreen able to get inside there, take that one all the way for an easy bucket.
Wade up top, Neves deep, wide open three, off the heel, no good. Long rebound down to Chris Russell, and the offense right to left will get started up by Doreen. Good look for Neves, unable to knock it down. 7:20 and less to go, first quarter. Bucks the early lead. Doreen's got the two. He'll feed it left wing to Abraham, through the hands of Abraham, able to kind of tip off the fingertips onto Doreen. Back Abraham, left elbow. Starts a drive down the right side, poked and stolen by Carter Wade. Now Wade with medium speed over the timeline will slow it down at the top of the key. Grandville gets the movement going. Barking signals in as Coach Young on the other side of the floor. Right wing Neves all the way across, left corner for DeYoung. Dump pass, Regnerus left block. Reaching in on him is Abraham, and Abraham will pick up our first foul of the ball game on the reach there. 6:52 in the first, and a 2-0 lead for the Buccaneers. Baseline left inbound for Neves.
That matchup right there going to be a big one, and seeing how much the Bulldogs are able to force the ball down to Regnerus.
Highbore mid-range floater off the side of the backboard, no. Off and running up the right side of the floor is Doreen. Doreen with a left-hand dribble. Feeds up top for Lindemann, the senior forward, to Russell, left corner, probing in. Gave it up top to Seagroves. Seagroves left wing looking for Doreen, and DeYoung got a hand in there, poked it out to center court, regathered by Doreen. Off the drive, two-hand flinging floater off the right side of the rim, no good. Rebound down to Neves. Grandville looking for their first points. They trail with 6.5 to go. Left corner, Highbore, quick trigger three. Off the front rim, no. He's missed his first two. And the Buccaneers working with some pace now, set up top for Lindemann. Lindemann, right corner for Abraham. Abraham feeding a cutting Russell through his hands, saves it along the end line to Seagroves, left wing. Up top, Lindemann swings right wing with two hands to the senior Doreen. Watch loosely here, man-to-man defense from Jackson DeYoung. 2 minutes gone, 2-0 Grand Haven. That defense into offense steal the points. The only score of the ball game is now Coach Emmick is slowing things way down and setting things up for the offense here with Doreen in the wing. Doreen off the drive, right wing drives, and a grab and a foul gets whistled on the floor on Jackson DeYoung. First foul of the ball game on the Bulldogs, 5:49 in the first.
And Bulldogs offense, not a great start once again. A couple missed shots and have yet to score through the first couple minutes. The Buccaneers now willing to slow things down to try to get their look.
Catch and shoot three off the inbound. Doreen no good. Russell jumping to the rebound, paddles it out of bounds. Grandville takes the basketball left to right with 5:43 in the first. Seagroves will show a little bit of token pressure. Now pull off as Carter Wade, the Bulldog freshman, will start things up right here for Coach Young, who is directing some traffic on his own from the other end of the floor once again. Wade pounds the ball in his right hand, skips it up top to a reaching Cam Regnerus, nearly out of his reach. Now Regnerus losing the handle, flips it to Wade, or to Neves, goes through Neves' hands, out of bounds up the left side. Unforced error there from Grandville, turns into a turnover.
Yeah, Wade wanted to get that one down to Regnerus, but the forwards for the Buccaneers forcing Regnerus well out from underneath the basket. Regnerus was basically a foot or two inside the arc and still were denying that entry pass, able to cause a loose basketball and eventually out of bounds off the Bulldogs.
Grandville, the offensive struggles here, but defensively they've only allowed 60-plus points in 3 games this year. The problem is 2 of those came in their last 3 contests, so the defense also trying to get locked in. Right wing, Russell, 3 off the connector, no. Board down to DeYoung, 3 minutes gone, and just that one early 2 from Doreen, all the scoring we've got in this ballgame so far.
Yeah, neither offense been able to get anything going in the half court, just the 2 points off the turnover.
Carter Wade off the drive, curling to the basket, lost his footing and slipped. On the floor, expertly takes it, flings it off the legs of Seagroves out of bounds, and it'll be a baseline right inbound here for Grandville as they keep the ball off the quick heady play off the lost footing from the freshman. He will be the one to trigger. Wade stands, maroon uniform, short maroon sleeves underneath the jersey. Right wing lobs it into Regnerus, nearly poked away. Cam pressured immediately then by Abraham, flips up top to Colin Highbore. Highbore drops it on the weave, top of the key for Wade. 2-hand pass, Neves left wing, he'll direct some traffic. Here's the junior, skip pass, Regnerus left block, turns the back on Abraham. Regnerus turning, offensive foul, a quick whistle as Abraham was able to sell out, get the call, and it goes back the other way.
Abraham been playing very well defensively early in this game. The first couple minutes had 1 foul against him, but he's doing a really good job playing physical and denying the ball away from Regnerus. Looks like maybe at the end here, Coach Young getting a talking to from the official as well.
Coach has been warned, so Coach Young gets warned on that. He did not, like as I said, it was a sellout. I won't call it a complete sell job, a bit of a sellout there with the contact that was there from Regnerus to draw the call. So the first on Cam, 4.5 to go, first quarter, 2-0 lead. And Will Kerenstra out there along with Caden Strong as a couple juniors have come on the floor here for Coach Emmick. Kerenstra to the right wing for Strong. Strong, hands above his head, on for Abraham, drives, give a shoulder left block to Regnerus, kicks up top, swung left wing to Kerenstra, defended by Highbore. Swings it, Abraham, left wing, Strong, hesitates, drives, up fake, floater from 10 feet off the back rim, no, board down to DeYoung, far side left to right. Here comes Wade and the Bulldogs. Halfway through the first quarter, Grandville is yet to score. Cam Regnerus off the drive, has it poked and stolen away by Seagroves. He's off and running near side right to left. Seagroves up top, Lindemann off the drive. The senior stops right elbow. Turning, shot from the block, off the mark, strong. Poured down to Regnerus, 3:48 to go, 2-0 Grand Haven. No offense.
No offense whatsoever. Neither team has been able to create a good look that they've been able to hit on either end. And Bulldogs now going to get a try at another look at it. Coach Young early encouraging them to try to go quicker.
Lob into the paint to Regnerus. He's grabbed and fouled on the floor. 2 on either team now, 3:34 in the first. That foul is the first on Strong, as Will Plummer, the sophomore guard, will come in here for Seagroves. We also see Alex Dixon, the big junior forward, check in for Coach Immink as Abraham takes a seat. So Grandville has not gone to their bench at all, while the Bucks have already gone 9 deep here. Right corner, inbound, Neves, triple try. Off the connector, no. Rebound down to Dixon. Near side, running right to left. Caden Strong with the ball. Drops it for Dixon, top of the key. He'll swing it right wing to a curling Plummer. Plummer defended by the freshman Wade. Right wing for Kerenstra. Off the drive, Kerenstra across the floor. Underhand feed. Left corner, Lindemann. Triple try. Front rim, no. Leaping rebound, Dixon. Put back, blocked by Regnerus. And Colin Hybor grabs the rebound and took an elbow to the face from Dixon. That will be the third foul of the quarter on the Buccaneers, as Colin Hybor, who has a propensity to getting hit in the face, will take a quick breather right here as Heckman comes in.
Yeah, Hybor went up and secured that rebound, able to elevate and secure it, but then Dixon, trying to get off his own miss there, came in and inadvertently getting a little bit of contact. Hybor maybe caught in the eye just a little bit, but both teams able to get open corner threes, and the shooting struggles continue. Dixon had one for the Buccaneers, Neves for one on the Bulldogs off the inbound, and either one goes.
3:10 to go, full court pressure on. Caden Strong fouls Carter Wade. This is a bit of a ticky-tack called game right now as well, starting to develop as Strong picks up his second foul. 3:07 to go, first quarter, 2-0 Grand Haven. Again, the only score was a steal into an easy run out, too, for Doreen. No half-court points yet. Carter Wade, left elbow, right wing. Hackman stares at the basket, tries a three, splash. A three is down and good for Corbin Heckman as he comes off the bench to get Grandville their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, Heckman's done really a good job as the sixth man for the Bulldogs team. Start off the year as one of the starting 5, but has done really good coming off the bench and being able to get things going for the Bulldogs.
Right wing travel called on Will Kerenstra as he shuffles the feet. Brady Cotton, the junior, will come in. The Bucks have gone 10 deep already in this one, not even 6 minutes into the ballgame, just a little over 5 minutes into the ballgame. As Grandville left to right takes it back over. They now lead 3-2 with 2:38 to go. Carter Wade pounding the rock over the timeline, defended here by Brady Cotton, left wing. Wade around a Regnerus screen, into the lane, no look pass, stolen straight away by Kerenstra. Kerenstra over the timeline, met up defensively by Heckman, top of the key. Off the drive, feeding, left corner, went through the hands of Neves, trying to steal it away, out of bounds. Xander Sorokin comes in for Grandville as Wade will take a seat. Abraham will check in for Lindemann. Left corner thrown in, Plummer, quick trigger, the sophomore right down the hatch, and pure Grand Haven goes back on top as Will Plummer gets the triple. 2:14 to go in the first. Xander Sorokin and the Bulldogs back to work. Sorokin right wing for Neves. Neves driving here on Kerenstra down the left side of the lane, leaning shot off the window, good, and a foul. Chance to take the lead back. Tough finish for Caden Neves.
Like to see the aggressive move from Neves there. Missed a three earlier, this time going strong to the left side. Able to feel the contact, get the shot up, bank it in. Now a chance to get the and one as well.
Neves at the line, looking for a three-point play. Bends the knees, right-hand free throw, spins home. Neves has 3. The Bulldogs go back on top, 6-5. Cotton right wing, throwing to Dixon, off the cut, hangs in the air, right-hand shot, off the window, good, nice action, and Alex Dixon gets the finish. 7-6, Buccaneers back on top with 1:50 in the first.
Yeah, really nice cut towards the basket, able to catch and turn.
Now Xander Sorokin drives against a pair of defenders. Left-hand layup off the window and good. Some bench points now starting to flow in a little bit. 8-7, Grandville back on top with 1:37. Pass across the floor, tipped by Boston Postma, gathered by Abraham, right wing for Dixon. Dixon up top, Plummer, the sophomore, hit one already, swings it hard left wing to Kerenstra. Starts the dribble against Neves. Up top, Cotton swung right wing for Dixon. On to Abraham. Left wing push on to Cotton. Up top to Plummer, turns, pull-up shot, free throw line. Off the connector, no. High leaping rebound down to Caden Neves. He's off and running. Neves had 21 in the loss to East Kentwood last Tuesday. He'll lose the ball here in the full court. Stolen away by Brady Cotton. Cotton curling free throw line. Curls off, handed up top for Abraham, right wing for Kerenstra. Final minute of the first. Leaning shot in the lane, too strong as he forced it up against a pair of Bulldog defenders. Xander Sorokin back the other way, weaving up the middle of the floor for the Bulldogs. Curls to the left wing. Sorokin gets a screen from Regneris, stares at the basket, drives, up fake free throw line. Right wing, Heckman tries a three, got another one. Right down the hatch for Corbin Heckman, he's got 6. 40 seconds to go in the first.
How about Heckman off the bench? Not a lot of scoring. He comes into the game, now 2 triples for him. Bulldogs able to take the lead, and the offense looking a lot better once Heckman's been in the ballgame.
I cannot believe that we wound up getting double-digit scoring out of either team in this first quarter. 25 seconds and less. Will Kerenstra looking like he's set to hold to the final shot. Here comes Neves, and Neves will foul Kerenstra, trying to get the reach in there. Third foul on the Bulldogs, and the first on Caden Neves with 21.4 in the first.
See what the Buccaneers now with a chance to set things up. 21 seconds to try to get the look that they like.
Inbounded into the backcourt. Taken here by Will Kerenstra with 17 seconds to run the offense. Wears number 24 in the home white jerseys. Loosely watched right wing by Neves with 10. Kerenstra starting to move towards the basket with 8. Angling into the wing with 7. At the free throw line, jump past Abraham, left wing with 4. Drives the baseline, reverse layup, off the window and good. Abraham able to beat the buzzer, and the Buccaneers bring it within 2 at the end of 1. We're going to step aside, be right back here on game night, 11-9 Grandville after 1.
It's a beautiful time of year, but for many, it is also the beginning of allergy season, which means lots of sneezing, itchy, watery eyes, runny nose, constant drainage, or ear pressure. These are all allergy symptoms we regularly treat. Don't let your allergy stop you from enjoying what you love to do outdoors. We have several ear, nose, throat, and allergy specialists ready to see you. Find us online at MichiganENTallergy.com. We look forward to helping you enjoy the outdoors again.
Somebody once said life moves pretty fast, and that's exactly how we like it. Want to build something? Great. Start businesses, build bridges, raise a whole city. Future in fighting crime? Want to save lives? Do it all here. But you've got to go forward fast. Because today is now, and tomorrow is soon. And to get ahead of the game, you got to get ahead of your time. This is your future, so take it and move all of us forward.
Welcome back, everyone, to Grand Haven. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer, 11-9 after the first. A grinding first 6 minutes turned a little bit of an offensive flurry to end that, CT.
Scoring picked up there the last couple seconds, and both teams able to finally hit some shots. It was a very slow start for both squads, and see if they're able to carry over that momentum into the second quarter.
Bucks will take it out of the break. Grandville goes back man-to-man defensively. Skip pass right over to Abraham, defended here by Cam Regneris. Abraham throws free throw line to Kerenstra. Down the left side of the lane, picked up defensively by Vanderhart. Up top for Abraham, hands off behind to Plummer. He'll try a deep 3. Off the connector, no. Long rebound to the corner. Chased down by Dixon, goes out of bounds first, and Grandville will take over. Will Plummer, the sophomore, unafraid to shoot from just about anywhere in the gym. We've seen that a couple of times now. 7:39 and less to go first half. Grandville by 2, 11-9. Xander Sorokin starts the offense around a Regneris screen, top of the key. Sorokin, pull up mid-range, off the front rim, no. Leaping rebound, Regneris, put back off the back window, no good, but a foul called. That will send Cam Regneris to the stripe. That's the second call on Abraham, as I think Regneris is going to just have to start going tough to the rim against a couple double teams right now.
Yeah, the Bulldogs tried to get Regneris the basketball early on in the first quarter, and the Buccaneers able to play very physically, force Regneris away from the basket, and Bulldogs kind of turned away from it, but then now early in the second, able to go back to him. Like that, working with Sorokin, coming off the screen, had the mid-range jumper. Regneris has the lane to crash for the offensive board.
First free throw short for Cam. Second one is right down the middle good. He stretches the lead to 12-9 as Cam gets on the score sheet for the first time. Lindemann and Seagroves have checked in as Will Kerenstra's got the dribble, top of the key. Has got a white shooting sleeve down the left arm. With the left hand, passes free throw line, Lindemann. Left corner to Plummer, the sophomore. Off the drive, left hand floater, blocked by Regneris. Rebound chased down in the corner by Corbin Heckman. He'll run it up himself, up the right side of the floor. Defense peels out. Here's Heckman, top of the key. Crossing, spinning into the lane, hesitates, fakes the shot, spins into a turnaround Mid-range floater, no good. Board down, back the way with Segroves. Gave it on to Plummer. Stutter step into the lane, leaning shot, rolls out, no. Board down to Heckman. A quick four-step shot again right there from Plummer. 6:52 to go. Grandville with a 12-9 lead, working quickly. Sorokin dumping a pass for Regneris, stolen away by Jagger Segroves. Segroves will slow it down, swinging up top for Plummer. Left wing for Dixon, the junior. Loosely watching Cam Regneris. Right wing on to Segroves. Segroves turns the back right corner, feeds right wing Lindemann, swings it up top to Plummer. He'll get watched with 6.5 to go in the first half by Sorokin. Left wing for Dixon. Turning away against the defender. Up top for Lindemann. Thinks about a three. Gets picked up defensively now by Heckman. Will back it out. Left wing on for Plummer. Right wing for Kerenstra. Kerenstra off the drive. Drops for Dixon. Leaning against Regneris. Fadeaway shot. Missed it all short. Board down to Vanderhart. 6:10 and less to go in the second. 12-9 the Grandville lead. Sorokin to the wing. Hands it off for Boston Postma. Off the curl, drops at Regneris. Thinks about the deep three. Cam to the free throw line. Turns the back, spinning into the lane. Up top, through the hands of Vanderhart. Forced to chase it down and reset the offense. Vanderhart, top of the key, crosses. Drives down the left side, cut off left block by Kerenstra. Up top, Sorokin. Left wing Vanderhart tries a 22-foot three. Rolls it down good. Brendan Vanderhart the three. He had 7 points against East Kentwood last Tuesday. Good work right there. 15-9 Grandville with 5.5 in the second.
3 shots from beyond the arc, all off the bench now for the Bulldogs. And Vanderhart had an open look at the three the first time, but just mishandled a little bit, chased it down, kept the possession alive, and eventually got another chance at it.
Lindemann hook shot over top of Heckman is good. That was a tough shot from Lindemann. He gets his first points of the ball game. 15-11 Grandville with 5:16 in the second.
Buccaneers have been running a lot of 5-out offense, but the forwards Lindemann and Abraham have both been able to cut to the basket.
All alone right corner. Postma three rattles out no good as they were looking for another three off the bench. Board down to Dixon, and the Bucks are running trailing by 4. 3 minutes gone, second quarter. Dixon up top, swings it to Lindemann. Now left wing, Kerenstra will hold the ball against his right hip and get the offense started. Up top, Lindemann. Up fake. Stepping back, thinking about another three. Now gives it up to Segroves in between the rings. He'll back it out. Right wing for Dixon. Up top, Kerenstra. Watched by Vanderhart, the Bulldogs sophomore knocked down the three a couple of moments ago. Kerenstra will back it out, reset the offense. 4:35 to go, second quarter. 15-11 Grandville. Left-hand dribble here for Kerenstra. Using the right hand to mark out some traffic as he gets Dixon going to the left side, clearing out the team. Left wing for Dixon. Left corner for Plummer. Plummer spinning, left elbow to the free throw line. Stops, defended there by Sorokin, who's all over him. Drops it Lindemann. Left corner for Dixon. Dixon, left wing Kerenstra. Kerenstra up top for Lindemann, swung right wing on to Plummer. Plummer for Dixon, long possession continuing. Left wing for Plummer, 4 minutes to go in the quarter, and it's on to Kerenstra right wing. Kerenstra off the drive, feeds it wildly to Dixon. Right wing Segroves, bounces around the defender, mid-range jumper over top of Regneris, too strong, and that long possession now will go Grandville's way. 3:49 to go, second quarter. The Dogs lead at 15-11. Left wing, Heckman three off the front rim, no. Poured down to Dixon. Fast possessions for Grandville and very methodical possessions right now for Grand Haven. They're going to look to do it again right here. Again, Kerenstra backs it completely out. He'll completely reset things. Screen from Dixon. Kerenstra goes around the ball screen. Mid-range pull-up from the free throw line, no. Rebound, grabbed by the shoulder, wrestling down to Dixon to keep the possession alive. Left wing Segroves, off the drive, floater, strong, board Regneris. 3:15 in the second, 15-11 Grandville. Offense is going quiet again. Sorokin for Vanderhart, lobs it Regneris, and he gets grabbed and fouled by Dixon, who is fronting the post. Second foul of the quarter on Grand Haven. And that one will be the second on Dixon. Doreen and Strong check in for Grand Haven. Neves comes back in for Grandville, along with Gibby Connolly, who we'll see for the first time tonight. Also Carter Wade in for Coach Young.
One of the first times tonight the Bulldogs finally able to get the pass over top of Dixon, who you mentioned was fronting the post there, tried to lob it over the top, and foul coming for Dixon. If he hadn't, Regneris likely had a jam right there.
Wade inbounds, right corner to Caden Neves. Neves around a Regneris screen, walks into a deep three, splash, right down the hatch for Caden Neves, and Grandville leads by 7.
Three-point shooting now been big for the Bulldogs. Neves gets going from beyond the arc as well.
Back the other way, wild fight for the ball off a missed right-hand shot from Doreen. A foul called on the floor against the Bulldogs. 6 points now for Caden Neves. That foul the first on Carter Wade, the first of the quarter. On the Bulldogs as well. Colin Hybor will check in for Grandville as Cam Regneris will get a little bit of a rest, and Grandville goes a bit smaller, still with Gibby Connolly out there right now. Left side inbound into the corner, Doreen, a whistle off the ball, and I think we're going to get another foul here against the Bulldogs. We do. It's going to be on Boston Postma for his first. 2:51 in the second, 18-11, and Postma will take a seat as Jackson DeYoung's back out there for Coach Young.
Postma trying to fight through the screen there. They were trying to set something up for Doreen in the corner and trying to physically run and keep up with them, committed the foul on the way there.
Dixon, left corner, the junior, hands it off for Doreen, the senior, left wing, watched across the floor by the Bulldogs, senior guard DeYoung. Right wing, Lindemann starts the dribble. Up top with a two-hand feed to Doreen. Turns the back, backs it out right wing. Throws right corner for Lindemann. Defended by Caden Nebbs man-to-man. Skip pass right in front to Segrove. Swung up top to Doreen. Left wing to a jabbing Caden Strong. With a right-hand dribble, defended top of the key by Hybor. Swings left wing on to Doreen with 2:25 in the first half. 18-11 Grandville. Right wing Strong, up top Doreen. Doreen angles down the left side, turns the back, backing to the basket, hook shot over top of the defender, no. Board ripped down by Connolly, hands it off for a running Caden Nebbs. Nebbs to the corner, around a screen Nebbs to the top of the key. Right wing for Hybor, lobbing for Connolly. Right block, double teamed, lost the ball on the floor. A foul gets whistled. I think this is going to be against the Bucks for their third of the quarter on the fight for the ball. 2 minutes exactly to go in the second, 18-11 Grandville. Check that. Foul is actually going to be on Caden Nebbs.
Yeah, Nebbs a bit surprised. I think Nebbs expected the call to be on Connolly, and he's questioned that. There might be a discussion here. Connolly was the one who got the post touch on the block and then was looking to make the power move, lost it, and was on the floor. And I wouldn't be surprised if this gets changed to 21.
It will. Foul gets changed to Gibson Connolly. As we'll see the senior wing, 6'5" junior Luke Berry come in for Alex Dixon here for Coach Immick. So that now is 11 deep into the bench for a very deep Grand Haven team. And really, I think they kind of trust almost all of their players to be able to do a lot of the same role in the offense. Right to left over the timeline. Here's Doreen trailing 18-11, 1:53 to go. Been a methodical approach offensively for the Buccaneers in the second quarter. Doreen, handoff into the lane. Lindemann, hook shot over top of Nebbs is short. Board down to Connolly. Connolly throws it off the face of Colin Hybor, who gets another, this time ball off the face from his own teammate. And Wade will set it up. He'll reset himself. Hybor will get back into the offense. Right wing here for DeYoung. DeYoung up top for Nebbs. Tries the three. Off the back rim, no. Race to the rebound. Hybor got there first. Into the paint for a back-turned Connolly. Up top, Wade. Three off the back rim, no. Board down to Lindemann. Here comes Doreen, near side, right to left for the Buccaneers. 1:14 to go, first half. Grandville by 7. Doreen spinning to the basket. Leaning layup off the front rim, no. Board taken in by Nebbs. He's off and running. Nebbs drops it for Wade with 1 minute to go. Left wing DeYoung tries a deep three. Got it right down the hatch. 21-11. The lead is 10 as Jackson DeYoung knocks down the triple. Timeout, Grand Haven. And attention, all golfers want to keep your game in shape. The Leaderboard Indoor Golf has you covered. Over 500 courses, a full bar, and 17 TVs. The Leaderboard Indoor Golf is the perfect place to work on your game, host events and parties, and compete in leagues. Visit theleaderboardgolf.com or call 616-500-8709 to book your tee time today. Well, I think Grandville's offense, CT, they've been willing to continue to shoot the three ball. Eventually they'll start falling. They have started to fall. It's been a grinding game. Grand Haven has slowed this thing down to a crawl right now offensively. It feels like kind of an old West Ottawa style game from a couple years ago almost.
Yeah, it really does. And the Bulldogs now 5 threes on the night. DeYoung there wanted that one the entire way. Wasn't afraid to take it. Hits it. And for the Buccaneers, just 2 points in the second quarter. They've been trying to get in their offense, but it's been essentially a 5-out style offense. Trying to pass it around, probe in, but the man-to-man defense for the Bulldogs holding up. Not a weak spot for them to try to get inside the arc.
Final 50 seconds of the quarter, and Carter Wade gave a chest into Will Carenstra that'll get whistled for Wade's second foul of the half. Foul is now 4-2. Grandville to Grand Haven in the quarter as Wade will take a seat right here, and Sorokin will come in his place for the final 48.8 of the half. Grandville by 10. Right wing. Inbounded Doreen, got it left wing to Lindemann, back up top in between the rings to Doreen. Right wing to Barry, up top for Strong. Strong off the spin, jump pass, Berry, leaning shot, off the window and good. Grand Haven back on the board with Luke Berry. 30 seconds to go in the half, 21-13.
The best possession the Buccaneers have had in a while. Able to get from the one side of the elbow down low into the block and finally get a close shot to drop in.
Coach Young with some pressure coming will use his time out. Take a quick 30 seconds. We'll stay with you through the break. Thanks to Centennial Securities, Farmers Insurance for their presenting sponsorship of MGN on Michigan Sports Radio. I'll be honest, CT, there's a lot of ways. We highlighted it in our Centennial Securities pregame show. There's a lot of ways I thought this game was going to go in terms of kind of a flowing pace and style. The beginning of the game, both teams were kind of running. There wasn't much there offensively, and they're both just running and turning the ball over and taking bad shots. After that, Grand Haven decided to go very methodical offensively. Grandville kind of more mid-pace. They're jacking some threes earlier on in the possession. And we've seen a little bit more offense, but certainly more of a grinding and a closed basket game than what we maybe were expecting.
Yeah, I've seen the teams kind of go opposite directions following the slow start offensively, and the Bulldogs, the shooting from deep has definitely picked up a little bit. They've been the one that off turnovers have gotten out and run a little bit, and hasn't really been in transition, but quicker in the possessions have been getting shots up from beyond the arc.
Will Kerenstra, heavy defense here on Sorokin. Top of the key, Regneris, left corner, DeYoung, another three, splash! Second three of the half for Jackson DeYoung. Grandville leads by 11 with 10 seconds. Final 7 seconds, here's Doreen with 5. Doreen with 4, backs it out, defended by DeYoung with 2. Doreen crossing, he doesn't know the clock, he doesn't get the shot off. He made it after the buzzer as he just hacked one up, and that'll do it for the first half. Jackson DeYoung, couple of big triples, including one right before the end of the half. And Grandville with a grinding 11-point lead after one CT as we move on to our Farmers Insurance halftime show.
Yeah, the offense was struggling for the first quarter, really both teams, but the Bulldogs able to pick it up. 3-point shots started to fall thanks to 2 from DeYoung, 2 from Heckman off the bench as well. A couple others in there, but able to finally extend a lead and get some scoring for the Bulldogs.
All right, Grandville by 11 at the break. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll get you some scoring. We'll take a look at some highlights from that first half. 24-13 Grandville over Grand Haven at the break.
Looking for a great place to buy a used truck or car? Check out Extreme Truck and Auto Center, located at 1098 O'Malley Drive in Coopersville. They have a huge selection of trucks, cars, vans, and SUVs. Stop by their lot or give them a call at 616-384-3777. You can check out their inventory at xtacenter.com.
Michigan Hearing Experts sell and service several brands of hearing aids. Are you having trouble having a conversation or unable to hear the latest play of the game? We perform comprehensive hearing exams and use real ear measurements to ensure optimal functioning hearing aids for your unique needs. Our highly trained doctors of audiology are dedicated to helping you reconnect with your world. Visit MichiganHearingExperts.com to find a location near you and take the first step towards better hearing with Michigan Hearing Expert.
Cornerstone University.
The professors are very open to helping whenever they can.
Academic excellence, character-driven athletics, Christ-centered community involvement.
Cornerstone has been a great opportunity for me to grow as a leader, just being able to approach people and be warm and welcoming and hospitable.
Experience it for yourself. Attend a Golden Eagle Day at Cornerstone for a taste of campus life and the chance to meet faculty and staff. To arrange a visit for your high school junior or senior, go to cornerstone.edu. Cornerstone University. Build a life that matters.
The Grand Rapids Sports Hall of Fame celebrates the city's rich sports history by honoring prominent West Michigan athletes and those who have contributed greatly to sports on a local, state, or national level. A class is elected each year and then honored at an induction ceremony in the fall. They also prevent annual events in support of West Michigan athletics, and they raise funds to support local youth organizations and charities. Follow them on Facebook or check out the pictures and biographies of all 181 inductees at grshof.com.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Farmers Insurance Halftime Show, 24-13 at the break. Grandville over Grand Haven here in the MGN Radio Plus Game Center. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer, and CT, a methodical start to this one. Take us through the scoring recap, not the longest we've had.
No, definitely not. We'll start with the Grand Haven side. Plummer led the way, 3 points, and then a bunch of scorers, all with 2. Doreen, Lindemann, Abraham, Russell, and Cornstra, all with 2 for the Bulldogs. A couple scores with 6 points. DeYoung, Neves, and Heckman all with 6. Vanderhart with 3, Sorokin with 2, and Cameron Harris with 1 point.
All right, let's take a look at some highlights. Let's start with Caden Neves and this and one that kind of was the first splash play out of the Grandville offense. Back to work. Sorokin right wing for Neves. Neves driving here on Corenstra down the left side of the lane. Leaning shot off the window. Good. And a foul. Chance to take the lead back. Tough finish for Caden Neves.
Like to see the aggressive.
He obviously converted the final piece of the and one and got to 6 points as Neves hit this triple a little bit later on from deep.
And Regner's likely had a jam right there.
Wade inbounds, right corner to Caden Neves. Neves around to Regner's screen, walks into a deep 3, splash! Right down the hatch for Caden Neves, and Grandville leads by 7. Grandville's 3-point barrage continued throughout the half as it turned into Jackson DeYoung. He had a couple in a row. Here's the first for JD. Running. Neves drops it for Wade with 1 minute to go. Left wing DeYoung tries a deep 3. Got it right down the hatch. 21-11. The lead is 10 as Jackson DeYoung knocks down the triple. Timeout. Then quick possession right before the end of the half. DeYoung found 3 more on this one.
Have been getting shots up from beyond the arc.
Will Corenstra, heavy defense here on Sorokin. Top of the key, Regneris, left corner, DeYoung, another 3, splash! Second 3 of the half for Jackson DeYoung. Grandville leads by 11. All right, so all adds up, 24-13 at the break. Grandville over Grand Haven, right back here on our Farmers Insurance Halftime Show.
We are Centennial Securities,
an independent firm with a team of committed professionals
who strive to exceed our clients' expectations by giving outstanding service.
We're proud to be part of our community where we live and work.
Upgrade to Music Jams Premium to get uninterrupted listening on all your favorite tunes. Click here to start your 7-day free trial.
If it's important, it's not worth compromising. Which is why with Farmers, you don't have to compromise quality to get great savings on your insurance. I got this.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
What would you do with some extra time? Shop Fastlane today.
Somebody once said life moves pretty fast, and that's exactly how we like it. Want to build something? Great. Start businesses, build bridges, raise a whole city. Future in fighting crime? Want to save lives? Do it all here. But you've got to go forward fast. Because today is now, and tomorrow is soon. And to get ahead of the game, you got to get ahead of your time. This is your future, so take it and move all of us forward.
Are you looking for a new career? Aetna Supply is hiring. Aetna Supply is Michigan's #1 plumber wholesaler, servicing local customers for over 50 years. They offer great benefits, a 401k with company match, quarterly bonuses, and no Sundays. Once again, check them out at aetnasupply.com/careers or click on their logo on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage. Have you recently collided with a deer or been caught in an unfortunate accident? Don't worry, Car Center Collision and Glass is your trusted partner to bring your vehicle back to life. With convenient branches in Cedar Springs, Burton Heights, Alpine, and Big Rapids, we're right around the corner to provide expert assistance. From collision repairs to mechanical fixes, we're your one-stop solution for all your car needs. Check us out at carcentermi.com.
All right, welcome back. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer, 24-13 at the break. Both teams coming out and getting their warm-ups back underway here in this Farmers Insurance halftime show. CT Grandville leading by 11 at the break. We saw methodical offense out of Grand Haven in the first half. This is a team that they go 5 out there, willing to be methodical, working around, probe and drive until something is there and be willing to force a breakdown. But Grandville's defense, the man-to-man pressure was right there. Do you think we continue to see some of that style of pace, or do you think things are going to pick up for Grand Haven?
I would have to expect they're going to try to get out and run a little bit in transition if they get the opportunity to. Of course, there's going to be times when they have to figure something out in the half court, and they're running a lot of that 5-out type offense and trying to draw Regnerus out to the perimeter, but then they were having a really hard time, and they've got multiple guys that can handle the basketball, and we're trying to get into the inside the in the lane and inside the arc, but they just were having some issues, and then just trying to go one-on-one to the basket. And I think if they're going to do that, you can drive and try to collapse the defense, but you need a kick or a cut somewhere in there. You can't just go one-on-one. Regnerus has still had a handful of blocks and been able to be an impact on the defensive end, so we'll see what the offensive attack, if it changes a little bit for the Buccaneers.
I think one of the tricks to that, too, is, Grand Haven, they want to pull Regnerus out to the perimeter, but they don't necessarily have a guy that Cam's matched up on that are plus shooters. Alex Dixon, not necessarily a three-point shooter. The same can be said for Gus Abraham. So the guy that Cam has been on, unless they're going to switch, really isn't a shooter that they're going to be able to, think that they can exploit that matchup. Now, you may not. Cam can defend on the perimeter still. That's the unknown thing about Cam Regnerus is how good of a perimeter defender he is as well. The main thing he does when he's out the perimeter is he's not at the post. He's not at the block, and he gives on some of those driving lanes. For Grandville, what do you think Coach Young is looking at? They're able to find their 3-ball a little bit, able to find a little bit of an offensive rhythm. I think they should probably try to find a way to continue some of that they saw at the end of the first half.
Yeah, no doubt. I think, you want the three-point shooting to continue, and we'll see if they can continue to hit at a high clip like they were in the first half. At some point, I think they have to try to get the ball back to Regnerus, who had just 1 point and only a handful of touches in the first half. But if the shots continue to fall, you've got a couple of guys that can shoot it pretty well from beyond the arc. DeYoung, Heckman's really good in the first half. Wade, Neves, Hybor all can shoot the 3-ball. So if they're open, you can continue to take them.
Lineups that open the first half will open the second. Right corner, Regnerus finds Hybor all alone. 3 falls short, rebound to Wade. Exit pass, left corner, DeYoung tries another 3. Rattles out, did a 360, would not fall. Russell down to the rebound, he's off and running. Over the timeline is Segroves. Segroves turns the back, cut off right block by Wade. Up top to Doreen. Doreen was trying to hand off to Russell. Miscommunication. Ball harmlessly rolls out of bounds, and Grandville takes the ball back over. 7.5 to go, third quarter. Grandville traveling Maroons, home whites for Grand Haven. Grandville goes right to left. Grand Haven goes left to right here, right up the middle of the floor. Wade to the far side, right wing. Wade tries a deep 3 around the screen. Missed it all strong. Rebound down to Russell. Russell running the middle of the floor. Drives the basket, floater blocked by Hybor. Here's Caden Neves right side. Neves to the wing, crossed over. Up top for Carter Wade. Swung left wing for Hybor. Hybor, left corner DeYoung. DeYoung back to Hybor, left wing. Drives on Russell, feeds right wing. Catch and shoot 3, Neves. Off the front rim, no. High rebound, tips away from a couple of hands. Gets settled down by Lindemann. And here comes Doreen. 6:50 and less to go in the third. Doreen spinning, left corner. Catch and shoot 3. Segroves off the back rim. Board down to Jackson DeYoung. Both offenses just like that, back to fighting it. Left wing, off the drive, Neves backing off the power dribble. Right-hand layup, reaching around a couple of defenders. Good for Neves. He's able to score that one. He's got 8.
Early on in the third quarter, the Bulldogs had 3 possessions, 4 threes attempted, so continuing to shoot from beyond the arc. That time, though, Neves able to cut, go strong along the baseline to the left side. Now the leading scorer for the Bulldogs with 8 points.
Abraham drops for Russell. 6:20 and less to go. Right wing, Doreen, defended by Jackson DeYoung. Doreen throws left wing to Lindemann, defended by Neves. Up top off the skip to Abraham. 6:10 and less in the third. Grandville 26, Grand Haven 13. Doreen, jump stop, left corner, catch and shoot 3, splash right down the hatch for Lindemann.
Lindemann, corner 3 there, and hopefully to get the Buccaneers going. Had just 4 points in the second quarter, but a 3 right there, trying to keep up with the Bulldogs.
Regnerus left corner, 26-16 Grandville. Up top, Neves, 3 off the front rim, short. Grandville struggling to get their offense going from deep right now. Doreen up the middle of the floor. Doreen crosses down the left side, lost the handle of the left hand, stolen by Neves. Off and running with Regnerus, lobs to Cam, to the basket, jams with 2 hands. Cam Regnerus thunders it down. First field goal of the ball game for Cam, 28-16.
A great pass from Neves, drawing the defender out to the corner. Seeing Regnerus run right down the middle of the floor and able to get it to him. Regnerus takes care of the rest.
Off the drive, Abraham stops right block, defended by Regnerus. Turns the back, gave a shoulder, clutching, fading over top of Regnerus. Right-hand shot over top of Cam is off the back rim, no good. Board down to Wade, and here come the Bulldogs. 28-16, 3 minutes gone in the third. Wade around a Regnerus screen, crosses back to the right side, spin move, leaning, reaching, layup is good. That was a pretty one from Carter Wade. It's 30-16.
First points for Wade, and created it all on his own with the dribble with the help from a screen. Looks like he's going to go left, ducks back right.
Doreen getting free, swatted to the corner by Wade out of nowhere. Possession stays with the Buccaneers up top. Lindemann on for Doreen. Off the curl, leaning way up, swatted into the second row by Cam Regnerus. 2 blocks on the possession. Bucks will keep it.
A couple really impressive blocks, too, at that. Wade able to get a lot of the basketball, the entire basketball, and push that one back. And then Regnerus, like we've seen him do so many times, able to elevate, sets that one up the whole way, lets the offensive player think they have the shot, and then he just gets up higher and knocks it away.
Right corner, Doreen, quick trigger 3 off the inbound, rattles and spins it down. Buccaneers back on the board.
A couple threes now in the third quarter for the Buccaneers, and they're going to have to continue that hot shooting to try to catch up, but much better offensively now in the first couple possessions of the third for the Bucks.
Cam Regnerus double-teamed and fouled as he was being leaned on by Abraham and Doreen. First foul of the quarter. That one will go on Doreen for his first. 4:16 to go, third frame. Grandville leads it 30-19. They'll have a left side inbound here along the baseline in the front court. Wade to throw it in. Grandville traveling maroon uniforms. Wade wearing 3 in that uniform. Leaning, looking, left corner, high board, quick trigger, blocked away. And Wade wisely is able to take the ball, fire it, fading out of bounds off of Korenstra. But it looks it will stay Grandville's basketball as Neves will throw it in left side. Heady play there from Wade, who I think kind of landed awkwardly on his wrist and is feeling out a little bit. Regnerus off the drive, leaner off the left side of the rim, will not fall, but a foul will send Cam Regnerus back to the stripe. 4:08, third quarter, 30-19. That's the third foul on Gus Abraham.
Seen a couple times from Wade that effort play there, the body on the line, throwing the basketball off the Buccaneers and keeping the possession alive, and hopefully that's nothing serious and just a stinger that he can shake off and continue to play. But smart recognition, seeing the ball tipped off the block shot from Highmore in the corner, able to elevate and keep it alive.
Dixon comes in for Abraham. One more for Regnerus after the first one was pure. Here's the second, got that one as well. 2 right down the hatch for Cam Regnerus. And Grandville leads it 32-19. 4 minutes to go. Korenstra off the drive, clutches, scores over top of Cam, and Coach Emmett calls the timeout right away as Korenstra's got his first points of the ball game. We will take one as well.
The 76 Diner and Truck Stop would like to invite you and your families to come and check out their diner. With locations in both Byron Center and Coopersville, they're a great place to stop before or after the game. They have a wide variety of menu choices to feed all the kids. They serve breakfast hot all day, and they're able to accommodate all of your large group needs. Their full menu is available for takeout orders, and they have online ordering at 76truckstopdiner.com.
Welcome back. Third quarter, Grand Haven High School Fieldhouse. 3:57 to go in the third. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer. Grandville leads it 32-21. The Bulldogs have an inbound from their own side of the floor. Gotten into Regnerus. He's double-teamed and trapped in the full court. Throws one through the hands of Highbor. Stolen away by Korenstra. Korenstra drives to the basket and scores. The pressure's working. Dogs inbound to Highbor. Across to Sorokin. Jump past Regnerus. In the backcourt. Turning and pressured. He'll start the dribble. Regnerus crosses. Gets over the timeline. Able to beat the pressure. Left wing Sorokin. Jump pass Highbor. Right corner Postma. Stares at the basket. Baseline drive. Whip pass. Left corner Neves. Up fake. Poke from behind. Out of bounds by Doreen. 3:30 to go, third quarter, 32-23, as the Buccaneers bring in some run and jump pressure.
Yeah, definitely. The first time able to get the points immediately right off the turnover. That time they sped the Bulldogs up, even though they didn't get the turnover.
Regnerus lost and regathers the ball, defended here by Dixon, left wing. Drops it for Caden Neves, off the bounce to the corner. Back to Regnerus, left wing. Cam drives free throw line, throws corner high board. Swung to the wing to Postma. Back to Cam, around Dixon. Right hand shot good, and the foul will send Regnerus back to the stripe. 3:14 in the third. Third foul on Dixon. Vanderhart will check in for Neves.
Much better third quarter offensively for Regnerus. 6 points now. Chance for another. Got 7 on the game, but found his offensive rhythm here in the third.
Regnerus bends the knees, right hand in front of the face, free throw, falls short. He's struggling a bit at the line right now in this one. Grandville leads it by 11 with 3:10 to go in the third. Here's Kerenstra. He scored the last 4 for the Buccaneers. Right corner for Lindemann. Lindemann with left-hand dribble up top for Kerenstra. Kerenstra for Dixon, back to Kerenstra. In the wing, probes on Vanderhart, around a screen, pull-up shot, free throw line is pure. That's a tough one over top of Cam Regnerus. Kerenstra's starting to feel it. He's got their last 6. Nice move from Sorokin, beats the full court pressure, driving, gets tripped up, no foul called as Kerenstra winds up with the ball and throws it on to Lindemann. And Lindemann will start the dribble and take it left to right over the timeline for the Buccaneers. 2.5 to go. Lindemann to the corner, up top for Dixon. Dixon drops for Doreen with 2:28. Doreen bounding right side, drives, leaning layup around Vanderhart, short but a foul goes on Vanderhart. First of the quarter on the Bulldogs and the first on the Bulldogs sophomore. 34-25, Grandville with 2:25 in the third.
Bulldogs now offense going a little bit, couple threes. Kerenstra started to see his spark plug ability take off. He's got 6 points in quick succession. Pressure turned up on the defensive end as well, and after 13 points at the half, Bucks have 12 now in the third quarter.
Doreen short on the first free throw. Number 2 in white will get one more. Hackman comes in for Caden Neves right here. Now Cam Regnerus, the lone starter out there for the Bulldogs. Doreen bends the knees, right hand free throw, rattles it down, able to go 1 of 2, and Doreen brings his team back within 10. Carter Wade will come in for Boston Postma. The Bucks had inbounded the basketball. Boston Postma was about to leave the floor for Carter Wade. The ruling's going to be that Wade was too late to come in, and will be forced to inbound again here to Xander Sorokin. Sorokin trapped up, got it to Vanderhart far side, throws all the way across the floor, left corner, the long baseball pass to Postma, who will clear it out left wing to Heckman to reset the offense. Here's Sorokin in between the rings, around a Heckman screen. Sorokin probing down to the left corner. Cut off there by Doreen. Drives back across the floor. Up top, Vanderhart stares at the 3. Takes a 3. Off the front rim, no. Dixon is down and hurt underneath the basket as he got tangled up awkwardly. Ball out of bounds, and Grand Haven will take it. 2 minutes exactly to go in the third. 35-27. And an injury timeout as Dixon's going to continue to get worked on right here after he awkwardly got caught up underneath the basket. 2 minutes exactly to go. We'll take a timeout as well. Welcome back. Alex Dixon off the floor under his own power, and we're back underway. 34-26 Grand Haven right now, Chandler. They've upped the intensity, upped the pressure on the ball game, and they've started to close the gap out of it a little bit.
Yeah, they sure have. The offense looking much better for the Bucks, and some of it due to the pressure on the defensive end, turning it into some easy points. Kerenstra, after not scoring in the first half, also has 6 and got those pretty quickly.
Kerenstra lobs, Abraham drives, blocked by Regnerus with a left-hand layup. Board down to Sorokin, running on to Heckman right wing. Heckman, right corner, Vanderhart. Vanderhart lobs, right block. Heckman spins, floater with touch in the lane is good for Corbin Heckman. He's got 8, and Grandville goes back up by 10, 36-26. On the inbound, Kerenstra went to inbound to Doreen. I was actually looking the other way, honestly, and it It evaded Doreen, goes out of bounds. Grandville gets the ball in the front court here.
Yeah, mistaken. No pressure really from the Bulldogs, just thrown out of bounds, and Bulldogs didn't get an extra possession out of it.
Vanderhart up top, Sorokin immediately double-teamed and jumped right here. Throws it left wing on to Heckman. Lobs across the floor to Wade, right corner. Trap is coming on to Wade. Highly pressured, spins to the corner for Vanderhart, able to save the ball. Left corner for Heckman, 1:17 in the third, Grandville by 10. Regnerus up top for Sorokin. The trap is all over the place in the half court. Reaching past Wade, right wing. Right corner Vanderhart, jumps around the defender. Jump pass, right wing Wade. Jumps it up top to Sorokin. Sorokin off the drive, gets fouled from behind by a reaching Doreen, the fourth of the quarter on the Buccaneers. 1:03 in the third, Grandville by 10, second on Doreen. That was an intense half-court trap by the Bucks, and somehow Grandville will keep it away from them.
Yeah, they were living on the edge a couple times. The ball bouncing very closely and almost turnover, almost a couple travels in there, but able to beat the double team initially, get the extra pass a couple extra times.
1-2-2 trap is back. Free throw line, Regnerus. Right corner, Vanderhart with space. Quick trigger three, splash! The sophomore rattles it down, 40-27 Grandville.
Vanderhart's second three off the bench. He's been big as well and knocking down another one.
39-26 ball game. 44 seconds to go in the third. Drive from Doreen. Whip pass. Left block. Abraham. He's doubled. Turning. Working the pivot foot. Left wing for Strong. Up top, Karenstra with 35. Right wing for Lindemann with 33. Abraham drops Lindemann. Thinks about the triple up top. Starts a right-hand dribble. Poking on him defensively is Heckman. And Heckman arm bars and picks up the second foul of the quarter on the Bulldogs. 25.2 in the third. First foul on Corbin Heckman. 39-26 Grandville. Baseline left inbound coming up here for the Bucks as Jackson DeYoung's back in for Carter Wade. Will Plummer also will come in along with late Brady Cotton for Coach Emick. Karenstra to throw in from the left side. He's got 6 points, all of which have come in this corner. They all came in consecutive trips down the floor as well. Left corner to Plummer. Defended here by Sorokin, man-to-man with 22. Up top, Karenstra with 20. Karenstra down the right side of the lane. Jump pass. Abraham, left block, jump stop. Two-hand shot blocked Regnerus. Back to Abraham, gave a shoulder. Left-hand shot blocked by Cam, but a foul on Regnerus will send Gus Abraham to the line. 11.9 in the third. Second foul on Regnerus. 39-26.
Nice cut to the basket from Abraham off the drive of Karenstra. Got the basketball, even though the first shot partially blocked by Regnerus. Didn't shy away, went right back at him.
Abraham able to hit the first at the stripe. First point of the ball game for the senior center. DeYoung takes a seat as Wade comes back in here for the ensuing offensive possession. Second one for Abraham is pure down the hatch as well. He hits them both. And the Bucks bring it to 39-28. Full court pressure on. Near side to Wade. Back to Heckman. In the backcourt, skips it Sorokin just behind the timeline. He'll run over the timeline. Jump pass to Regnerus up top. Left wing to Heckman with 1 second. Launches a three. Splash at the buzzer. Corbin Heckman down the hatch. 42-28 after three. We'll be right back.
Was founded based on the belief that the interests of our clients must always come first.
We listen and understand your objectives before making a recommendation.
We customize the portfolio of investments to fit your goals.
It is our commitment to provide a strong line of communication.
Our services include family wealth management, saving for retirement, and estate planning and trust services.
Getting started is as easy as picking up the phone. After all, when everything is said and done, isn't it about time?
It's the final game, folks. This one wins the series.
Struck out with the cheap seats? Important things aren't worth compromising. At Farmers, we offer both quality insurance and great savings. Here, take mine.
We are Farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
All right, welcome back here to Grand Haven. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer. Final 8-minute CT, 42-28, and it's Corbin Heckman right before the end of that quarter, knocking down the triple. He's got 11. Terrific game off the bench from Corbin. Again, one of his best games really since the kind of early part of the season. 17 points against Forest Hill Central. He's had some big games down the stretch run coming off the bench, but certainly has answered the bell. And I think Grandville certainly likes him playing well heading into the playoffs.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think you can't overstate how important he's been here tonight. And offense slow out of the gate and bring him in, able to hit a couple threes, and just that calm hand and the presence that he has out there, and has been huge in leading the Bulldogs in scoring so far to this point.
Bucks have it out of the break. Krenstra crosses up. Heckman floater strong. Board tips around a couple of times. Chased to the half-court line where eventually Vanderhart falls on it, then throws it off the foot of Plummer. I think everyone in maroon and everyone in white touched the ball on that fight for it. Grandville will take it in the front court with 7:38 in the fourth.
The Bulldogs bench loves it right there. Eventually able to get the basketball, but the ball just pinballing around off of guys going back and forth. Buccaneers trying to avoid the over and back, and then the Bulldogs keeping it alive. Vanderhart in there able to eventually poke it free.
Sorokin gets fouled first of the quarter on the Buccaneers. That's Strong on the reach. That is his third. 30 seconds gone in the final frame. 42-28. Right side inbound here for Vanderhart. Lobbed in the backcourt to Xander Sorokin. Sorokin down the left side. Crosses around to Regnerus, screen to the right elbow. Stops, left wing DeYoung, lobbing Regnerus, left block. Turns the back on Abraham. Here comes the double. Regnerus starts the dribble, bounding into the lane. Abraham draws the second offensive foul of the game on Regnerus. A delayed reaction, a delayed call. It'll go back the other way.
Got the call. Abraham took the body a little bit, kind of stumbled a little bit, and it looked like he kind of realized he was falling and was going to fall a little bit more, but got the call regardless.
Mid-range pull-up from Correnti. You're such a politician. Up top, here's Abraham. Drops it off for Strong, top of the key. Probing down the left side of the lane, Strong. Turns the back, up top for Plummer. First minute gone, final frame. Plummer, right corner, Abraham with a left-hand dribble. Drops it there for Brady Cotton. Cotton, two-hand feed to Plummer, deep right wing, defended here tightly by Vanderhart. Plummer crosses, drives, right-hand shot, swatted into the second row by Cam Regnerus.
That maybe tells you how he feels about the charge call on the other end. That one had some real power behind that swing.
That was mean.
Yeah, that was mean. That one hit the floor pretty hard on the way down.
Cotton to throw in here, baseline right. Lobs it right corner to Strong. Quick pull-up three off the inbound. Falls short, board down to Heckman. 6:38 to go. Final quarter, 42-28 Bulldogs. Sorokin pressured in the full court. Near side, runs it over the timeline, left-hand dribble. Sorokin all the way to the basket. Skip past Vanderhart. Up top, catch and shoot three. Heckman right down the hatch and good. Another one for Corbin Heckman. 45-28 Grandville.
Heckman, why not? And really great team basketball there on the offensive end. Sorokin beating the pressure with the dribble. Vanderhart, the split pass, and then the awareness to know Heckman behind him. No defenders around.
Abraham left wing, loosely watched here by Regnerus. Right wing Corenstra. He'll try a three over top of Heckman. Off the connector, no. Rebound down to Vanderhart. Trapped, runs up the middle of the floor, gave it on to Sorokin near side. Sorokin angles to his right, gets run into by Cotton. Second foul of the quarter on the Buccaneers. First on Cotton. 5:57 to go. 45-28. Grandville makes some subs. Connolly, Neves, Wade, all in as Grandville can keep one of their best runs of the game going right here. They've stretched the lead to 45-28. Regnerus, those three fouls among the Bulldogs taking a seat. Late substitution. Doreen will check in for Cotton. Grandville going right to left here, traveling maroon uniforms. It'll be Jackson DeYoung to throw this one on in for the Bulldogs. Got it backcourt to Carter Wade. Dog freshman to the right-hand dribble. Over the timeline, watched by the senior Doreen. Wade, crouched, dribbling, alternating hands. Gets a screen from Connolly. Goes to the right side. Will back it out one more time. Wade with 5:44 in the ball game. Crosses, top of the key, Wade. Gets picked up defensively by Doreen. Right wing to DeYoung. DeYoung off the drive. Floater from the free throw line is pure. Tough shot from Jackson DeYoung is good. He's got 8, 5.5 to go. Grandville leads by nearly 20.
Young been really good offensively, too, for the Bulldogs. Had a couple threes in the second quarter. That one in the mid-range. The floater able to get it to drop in.
Strong off the drive. Got free around Neves, and Strong gets an easy right-hand layup off the window to go. 5:12 and less to go, fourth quarter. 47-30 Grandville. Wade bounding to the rack. Right-hand floater, no. Grabs his own rebound, being chased down to the floor, but he travels as he shuffles his feet. It'll go back the other way. 5:03 in the fourth one. 47-30, 17-point lead. Doreen up the middle of the floor. We're still on camera. Right wing here on to Abraham. Around the screen, top of the key. Abraham drives, left-hand shot blocked by Connolly. Board down to Highborn. Here comes Wade up the right side of the floor. Left wing to Hybor. Back to Wade. Deep right wing, Carter Wade. To Neves. Neves down the right side of the lane, spinning into the paint. Clutches, left-hand layup strong. Border ripped down by Lindemann. 4.5 to go. Grandville 47, Grand Haven 30. Lindemann defended by Neves to the right wing, to the corner for Russell. He'll curl top of the key. Feed it up top there for Doreen. Poked by DeYoung. Settled down by Doreen right wing. Doreen stutters, drives on an angle, pass up top, on the floor, taken away by Carter Wade, but he travels. He kind of moved on his knees as he was down on the floor after a terrific diving effort from Carter Wade. Bucks will keep it, 4-12 in the fourth.
Yeah, still love the defensive effort there, though. Really, the entire team for the Bulldogs able to knock it free. Jackson DeYoung holding up, keeping the body in front, poking it free. Carter Wade diving on the floor. He'll take the travel call. You like to see the defensive effort as a coach.
Halfway through the final quarter, Bulldogs by 17. Abraham spinning on Connolly. Right-hand shot is strong, but a foul with the left arm of Gibson Connolly. 2 fouls on either team in the quarter. That's the second on Connolly. He'll send Abraham to the strike. Abraham, first one is right down the middle and good. He's got 3 now in the ball game. Hillsdale College football commit. Saw him play defensive end and tight end in the fall for the Buccaneers. And what was maybe the chippiest game of the year Grandville played all season long, that game against Grand Haven. We've seen some of that carry onto the basketball court these last couple games as well. Second free throw off the back rim, too strong. Fight for it on the floor. Abraham rips it away. Right wing Lindemann, up fake, drives around the defender. Reverse layup off the bottom of the rim, no. And the Dogs back the other way, Neves. Neves stops up top, feeds right wing for Hybor. He'll swing it in between the rings to Wade. Quick pass to DeYoung left wing. DeYoung, angle drive along the baseline, jump pass, corner, swung extra pass, right wing, Hybor, 3, splash, and Colin Hybor gets himself on the score sheet.
Finally able to get one to go, and nice looking shot once again. Hybor able to knock one down. There's been a lot of threes from the Bulldogs. Hybor able to chip in as well.
3:24 to go. Lindemann off the drive, cut off right wing by Neves. Up top for Russell. Russell, right-hand dribble, stops at the elbow, feeds to the corner for Abraham. He'll peer there with his hands above his head with the basketball. Abraham trapped up, starts a drive along the baseline, takes it strong, push shot, hangs on the back rim, will not fall, but a foul through the contact as that one will get whistled on Gibson Connolly. As Gibby quick picks up his third. 3:07 in the fourth, 50-31, and Abraham back at the stripe for the Bucks. Bends the knees, right-hand free throw. The hands in front of the face, and the first one splashes down. Abraham now with 4. Sorokin and Postma will come in here for the Bulldogs as DeYoung and Wade will get a seat, as Coach Young has been kind of comfortable alternating the guards in this one, CT. We've kind of seen that with the higher pace of the ball game. One more at the stripe here for Abraham. That one rattles down. He's able to hit them both. 50-33 ball game. 5 now for Gus Abraham, the ball game. Here's Neves in the backcourt against the pressure. Throws it over the timeline to Xander Sorokin with the left-hand dribble. Curls off, defended by Russell. Here comes the trap up top for Neves. Right wing for Hybor. 2:55 in the ball game. Right corner Postma. Jabs around the defender. Baseline drive. Clutches off the window. Good. Tough finish there from Boston Postma. Grandville by 19 with 2:45.
Had the separation initially in the corner. Lux to go along the baseline and had to fight back to get from underneath the basket, and not able to do so. Not an easy shot.
Abraham leaner off the drive, reaching around. Connolly is good, as Abraham's gone on a little bit of a scoring run right here with Cam Regneris on the bench. Grandville beats the pressure to Caden Neves. Jump pass, right corner Postma, all alone, looks at the basket, tries a 3, splash, 5 in a row for Boston Postma, and Grandville leads by 20. 2:16 in the ball game. Seagroves reached into here by Postma. And a foul gets called on Boston. 4th on the team. 2nd on the Grandville guard. Sheely and Terry come out here for Coach Young with a 20-point lead in 2 minutes to go. So he's starting to empty the bench a little bit right here, CT. Just 7 points for Cam Regneris and what looks like the end of his night. So I think one of those nights where Cam maybe wasn't scoring, he found other ways to help, and certainly the Bulldogs will be happy to win without his big offensive output, something that may be coming in the playoffs. Segroves, right corner three is off the mark. Xander Sorokin tried to settle up the basketball all the way across the floor, eventually able to do so, and drives into the front court. Pass to the left wing, looking for Sheely. Miscommunication, out of his reach and hard off the scorer's table. And the Buccaneers take over, the 1:57 to go, and a 20-point Grandville lead.
Sorokin's been impressive with the dribble again here tonight, breaking some of the pressure. Carter Wade early on was running the point, and then Sorokin kind of taking it over the rest of the way. And it's been a guy that can really run the offense for the Bulldogs and has the ability to beat some of those pressure looks if they continue to see those the rest of the way.
Russell lobs right elbow for a curling Abraham, turns. Right hand shot is short, but a foul goes on Terry. The Buccaneers have our first bonus of the ball game, as Abraham will go to the stripe right here. Right foot offset in front of the left, and the first one is good for Abraham, who's been pretty active offensively ever since Cam Regnerus came off the floor. They've been going straight to him down low, and I think it really shows off the effectiveness he is as a scorer. Second one for Abraham, good as well, but his effectiveness of a scorer, but also the effectiveness of Cam Regnerus as a defender. Full court pressure on the inbound. Sorokin trapped up, and a timeout whistled and called by Coach Young. We'll take one as well. Be right back here from Grand Haven. Welcome back. Thanks to Centennial Securities, Farmers Insurance. They present Game Night on Michigan Sports Radio, MichiganGameNight.com. Both teams out of the break, 1:41 to go. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer, by the way, here. MGN Radio Plus Game Center. Grand Haven girls open the night with a win, and looks like we're en route to chalk from the first matchup, going the same way the second time around. Grandville leading this one 55-37. Landon Terry in the backcourt. Back on to Xander Sorokin. Left-hand dribble. Jump pass over the timeline. Got it to Terry. Grandville beats the pressure. Sheely, lob pass down low. Connolly, quick turn, and scores it to get the lead back to 20 over top of Jacob Doreen. 1:24 to go. Lindemann running the floor all the way to the basket. Leans into Terry. Right-hand shot. Falls after it was tipped in. So this will just be a shooting foul and 2 at the line here for Lindemann. I don't know who that was, if it was Russell or someone running from behind. The ball had a chance to go in, but it was tipped by a Buccaneer on its way in. So now Lindemann will go to the line for 2. Bends the knees, right-hand free throw, good. Able to get the first. Bucks have shot the ball pretty well at the charity stripe when they've gotten their chances down the stretch. Hasn't necessarily been a game where either team have gone to the line very much. The Bucks are the first team to get into the bonus in this ball game right now in the fourth quarter, and right now they're working with just 2 fouls against them in this quarter, so it has not been a foul-filled game. Second one for Lindemann, falls short. Rebound stays with the Buccaneers. Mid-range jumper, Jagger Segroves down the middle and good. Grandville by 17 with 1:13 to go. Sorokin gets fouled from behind by Lindemann. That'll be the third of the quarter on the Buccaneers. So Grandville on their way to 15-6 on the year. It's the rivalry game against Hudsonville and senior night on Friday, and unfortunately we will not be there, so make sure you check out the Grandville Athletics YouTube page, the terrific broadcast the Grandville AV students put on. There are going to be a couple other broadcast options there that night, but by far and away, video coverage, the same cameras rerun, the local Grandville announcers. If you're a Grandville fan, that is the best place certainly to tune in for that one, as Sheely takes it hard to the rack, gets fouled, and Sheely will go to the line 4-2. So big game Friday, the rivalry to close the season. Make sure you check out the Grandville AV students and the Grandville Athletics YouTube page for your best place to find that one. 54 seconds to go. Sheely at the stripe here. Right hand free throw, too strong. All right, we'll see if the senior Sheely can get this one to go. Vinny Bergman will check in for Xander Sorokin. We'll see Will Plummer come in here for Coach Emick. Free throw up, too strong for Sheely. Missed them both the line. Abraham down on the board, off and running. Lindemann throws all the way to the corner. Doreen, step back 3, missed it all short. Board down to a running Connolly with 45 seconds. To Sheely, right wing. Sheely across the floor to Bergman. Left corner three. Quick trigger off the back rim. No. Poured down to Sheely. Ripping it away. Sent down to the floor. No foul. Paddled around. Grand Haven basketball out of bounds. 33 seconds to go. Doreen will get an applause as he'll take a seat. We'll see Luke Berry, the senior, get one last chance on his home floor as well. Abraham off. Brady Cotton in for Groves, who gets an applause. 33 seconds to go. Lead is 17 for the Bulldogs. Kerenstra in as well, as the applause will come on for Russell here.
Bucks able to take the time to get their seniors off the floor here. One last applause is checking out, and then I'm going to get the second unit out there to close the final 33 seconds.
All right, it'll be Caden Strong on the offense for the final 30. Up top for Cotton. Swung left wing for Plummer. Plummer, free throw line on to Berry. To the corner for Kerenstra. Stops off the drive at the free throw line. Underhand to Berry in the corner. Up top, Kerenstra. Swung left wing. Strong. Catch and shoot three right down the middle. That one's good. Final 15 seconds. Inbounded to Perry, who gets fouled, and that will put the Bulldogs now also into the bonus. That is the 15th foul on the Buccaneers. Foul one behind there on our graphic. Second foul on Kerenstra, and it will be Alex Perry, the Bulldog Jr., going to the stripe. He scored a couple in the first game against Caledonia on Grandville's home floor. He'll get a chance here. Bends the knees. Right hand free throw. Good. Confident stroke right there from Perry. 11 seconds to go. Grandville 58. Grand Haven 43. One more for Perry. 10 in the traveling maroon uniform. Second free throw up and good. He hit both of those absolutely pure. Final 10 seconds. Left corner to Berry. Berry off the drive. Left wing Strong. Tries another deep three. That one off the connector. Runs to his own rebound at the buzzer. Heaves another one. Unable to get it to go. And Grandville will hang on. The Bulldogs go to 15-6 on the year. They've now won a couple in a row with just one game left in the regular season. It is their rivals in Hudsonville at home on senior night on Friday night. CT, put a bow on this one for us as we start off our Centennial Securities postgame show.
Yeah, another solid game for the Bulldogs. Both teams really sluggish to come out, especially on the offensive end. But after fighting it in the first quarter, able to extend a lead here late in this one, get another win, sweep Grand Haven on the season, and then got one more game to finish up, and then the rival against Hudsonville before trying to take this momentum into a district run.
All right, stats, highlights, and more on the other side of this. We'll be right back here on the Centennial Securities postgame show.
The 10 winners of the Nobel Peace Prize or the last 5 Miss Americas, the point is the applause dies and the achievements are forgotten. But can you name 3 friends who helped you through tough times or teachers who encouraged you in school? We remember those who make a difference in our lives. I'm Randy Hansen, president of Centennial Securities. What matters to us are the personal relationships we have with our clients, helping them build a secure financial future. As a Centennial Securities customer, you know what I mean. If you're not, isn't it about time?
Member SIPC and FINRA.
Hey everyone, Nate from Michigan Game Night. If you haven't already, make sure to check out the MGN shop. You can find it through MichiganGameNight.com or the Michigan Game Night page on Michigan Sports Radio. Click on the Buy MGN Merch button or tab on either page and find your way on over. You can check out a store that has hats, beanies, sweatshirts, t-shirts, water bottles, and everything in between, from just simple MGN logo designs to playoff featured designs, designs with famous calls and moments from MGN, and much, much more. Make sure you check out the MGN shop through MichiganGameNight.com or MichiganSportsRadio.com/MGN.
Can you identify your number one personal trait? The thing that you do better than most others? If not, this may be a good time to think this through. If you're really good at writing, then why use the phone? If you're great on the phone, why use email? If you have exceptional human relation skills, why sit back and let others lead? I'm Randy Hansen, president of Centennial Securities Company. Playing to our strengths is something we do very well at Centennial. And if you're already a customer, you know what I mean. If not, isn't it about time?
Member SIPC and FINRA.
Centennial Securities post-game show. 59-43. Grandville the win over Grand Haven. Bulldogs go to 15-6 on the year. Bucks fall one game under 500 to 10-11 with one game left in the regular season. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer, CT, take us through our scoring. We'll take a look at some highlights, get some awards, and get out of here.
All right, for the Bucks, Abraham led the way, 11 points. 6 points for Doreen, Lindemann, and Karenstra. Strong had 5. Plummer with 3. Russell and Dixon both with 2 points for the Bulldogs. A bunch of scorers at the end of this one. We'll just run down the roster here. Sorokin 2, DeYoung 8, Postma 5, Wade 2, Neves 8, Perry 2, Regneris 7, Connolly 2, Heckman 14 led the Bulldogs tonight. Vanderhart with 6 and Hybor with 3.
All right, a few plays to look at from the second half. Let's start off with some defense for the Bulldogs. Let's start off Cam Regneris, this block in the third quarter. To the quarter by Wade out of nowhere. Possession stays with the Buccaneers up top. Lindemann on for Doreen. Off the curl, leaning way up, swatted into the second row by Cam Regneris. 2 blocks on the possession. Bucks will keep it. All right, apologies for that. They unplugged the stream a little bit. Actually, we're still going. Okay, we are. That was all live in there. Sorry, but they unplugged the table a little bit early here at Grand Haven. Let's take a look at a couple more highlights, shall we? Let's get going next with the Corbin Heckman 3 at the end of the third quarter. Timeline, he'll run over the timeline. Jump pass to Regneris up top. Left wing to Heckman with 1 second. Launches a 3. Splash at the buzzer. Corbin Heckman down the hatch, 42-28 after 3. We'll be right. All right, and let's close it out. Let's get into some awards, and let's go on to our Farmers Insurance play of the game. Cam Regneris, the defense and the offense jamming the full court. Doreen crosses down the left side, lost the handle of the left hand, stolen by Neves. Off and running with Regneris, lobs to Cam, to the basket, jams with 2 hands. Cam Regneris thunders it down. First field goal of the ball game for Cam, 28-6. Insurance play of the game. We'll hurry this up because obviously everyone else wants to go around us right here. CT, Centennial Securities winning game plan. For Grandville, I think it was kind of Grand Haven really brought the intensity in that second half, but I feel like that was one of the best drawn-up press break games that Grandville's had all year. Yeah, it was. I think the ability of Sorokin to handle the basketball as well as Wade, they had a good attack in order to try to beat some of that pressure. The first time, got them. The Bucks able to get a couple quick points off of that turnover, but really from there, able to break it pretty effectively, worked their way up the court, got some points off of it once they were able to beat it. Rainbow Grill in Grandville open from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Saturday. They present our Player of the Game award. Corbin Heckman came off the bench, led Grandville in scoring. Terrific game from Corbin. One of his best of the year, especially the fact that this one came with a win at the end. Yeah, for sure. 14 points, had 4 threes in there as well, and was a big part of breaking out of the slump offensively for the Bulldogs early on. It was not a great start, but as soon as Heckman checked in, able to hit a couple threes right away, added a couple points throughout the course of the game, and was kind of that sure hand that the Bulldogs needed. All right, let's wrap it up. Grandville takes down Grand Haven, 15-6 on the year for the Bulldogs. Buccaneers fall one game below 500 to 10-11. All right, CT, no MGN broadcast on Friday. Like I mentioned, the Grandville AV students, they're the ones that provide our video when we're at Grandville. They are doing their broadcast through the Grandville Athletics YouTube page. Watch that. So video options, your best option Friday night if you are a Grandville fan. So make sure you check out that broadcast, Grandville Athletics YouTube, on Friday if you're a Grandville fan, or if you're a Grandville fan and want to tune in to that game on Friday. Terrific video coverage that you can find on Friday through the Grandville AV students. Least we can do is shout them out with all the great work they've done for us this year. We're back on the air Monday. It is March on MGN, and I cannot wait. Just speaking for myself first and foremost. You won't be there for District Week, unfortunately, but we'll have a rotating cast of characters, I'm sure, in Chandler's stead during the week. Grandville, Jenison, Monday night, the district opener. That's where we start our coverage, and then we'll be at Byron Center for that loaded district that includes Byron Center and East Kentwood and Grandville and Hudsonville and Wyoming and Jenison and everyone else involved with these new shifted and shifting around districts. So we'll be there for that one on Wednesday night, both games for the semis and then the finals on Friday. So that is going to be a lot of fun. Cannot wait. March on MGN starts Monday. Grandville takes down Grand Haven. Grand Haven girls got the win to open the night. For Chandler Timmer, everyone at Michigan Game Night, Michigan Sports Radio, I'm Nate Jarr signing off. We'll see you next time.